What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Sean the Right Way. And joining me, as always, celebrating LeBron James, is Bren't from Brent's Bricks. Back on the show from a fantastic voyage to Atlanta. She's going to tell us all about it. Nicole, a.k.a. Girl Bricks a Lot, a.k.a. Nally Ass.
Oh my god.
Never gets old.
And joining us for the very first time, someone who's caught my eye lately, and I'm like, I got to get this guy on the show. He's fantastic. We're talking about our toy world. Richie joining us tonight because we are a couple of brickheads. Yeah.
I've missed this music. It's been like stuck in my head.
Bounce. It is a couple of brickheads live on YouTube, February 9th, 2023. Good googly moogly. So much going on in the world of Lego. The leaks, the official images, boys and girls. It's just completely out of control. Richie's just rubbing his hands like waiting for a meal. You know, it's so much girth. I mean, how do we it's like we gotta like dodge from all this girth just flying at our faces. I don't know what to say. You know, it's just
that doesn't top what I said the other week about the sausages.
There's your short.
I'm talking about sets here. I don't know what you're talking about. Girth is a real word. I don't understand the entendre. I don't understand what. Okay. But no, there's just so much coming. Obviously, Rivendell took all of us, took our breath away. We saw some stuff coming, right? But we finally got to see some real deals on those, the real deal Holyfield picks on those, and unbelievable. Just I think everything that a Lord of the Rings fan ever wanted, you know.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, me as a I'm a little bit on the outside. I haven't seen the films in a long time, so Brent, I'll do my homework. I'll watch them all again.
You have to.
The last one, I'm not watching that last one ever again. I'm still, my body is still,
dude. You can't not lie.
My body is still in the theater from that original third one. I'm telling you right now.
Sean,
you can't.
That movie never ends. It fake ends more than anything else I've ever seen in my life. But that being said, I'm happy for everybody else. All right?
Sean, I think you need to give it another chance.
Yeah.
There's no way you can watch the first two and be like, all right, now I don't want to like finish the story.
Listen, I'm a more patient man than I was at whatever age that was.
Exactly. Now, this is another great thing. The set. Now, listen, this is what they did for you, Sean. They made the set so big so you can build it while you watch the movies and have enough time. You know what I mean? It would take almost, you know, it's
Hobbit too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a 6,000 piece set. So I mean,
there's Hobbit, there's everything going on. I mean, it's just I got a lot of homework to do, Brent. I still haven't done Harry Potter, but I think Lord of the Rings might be more for me. We'll
it 100% is for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Anyone that likes any like medieval type of thing, Game of Thrones, Vikings, whatever.
Yeah,
you got to watch Lord of the Rings. Like it's where it's at. I think it's better than Game of Thrones personally, but hey.
Tons of stuff to get in. Yeah, tons of stuff to get into. But before we do,
Girth Gang.
Oh man, Amber Laya did it so well last week. I'm scared to do it now. All right. Anyways, Giovanni, the first comment. Welcome in. Good to see you. KU, what's good? Anna's World of Bricks. How you doing? She's pumped about Lord of the Rings. Richie's right there in the chat. Ben the Builder, what's up, Ben? We got Scott Davis, James Blades, Calvin. What's good, Calvin? TJ, what's good, TJ? Good to see you back. We got Moments of the Magic. I'd Snipe, how you doing? Or ID Snipe. Scott Davis. Amber Laya, what's up? You did this better than I did last week. Danny Fandoms. I think that is El Cobra Commander. Faith and Misery. Mac. Ross, what's good, Ross? No more bricks. Lifebricks. What's up, Tyler? I think that's everybody. Lego Mike. What's good? SD Bricks. What's up? That's everybody.
Cool. And sorry if we missed you, but we will we'll shout you out later on. Make good comments, right?
Amber Laya broke everybody down and like greeted everybody, and I always feel like if I do that,
she did. She's like, Titanium J, how was your class today? SD
Exactly.
Bricks, how's SD going? Everything's good. Calvin, heard about your new sets. Great to see you.
Real quick,
way better than you.
Shout out to Amanda C. She said, first time here. Looking forward to it. Great to have you in here, Amanda C.
Hey, Amanda, welcome. Also, my special request, ACOB shirts. Guys, I just posted the link there in the chat. I'm not pushing them. People have asked. I posted the link again. Oh, he's got his on. It's like Superman.
It's underneath the LeBron jersey, but I can't turn it on.
Sidious has done a nice job with these. There's a couple of cool designs. We're talking about maybe some other stuff. If you want one, grab it there. That's the official spot. All right.
It's funny you bring that up because I was gonna bring up merch.
Hit all the plugs.
Also, when it comes to plugs, I believe Our Toy World and me are both nearing 1,000 subs on Instagram. So,
wow.
If you want to help out these, two fellas here at the bottom of your screen and give us a follow on Instagram, that would be great. It's the same names you see here. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
This will be my second time hitting 1,000 if we do. So
there you go.
Oh, did you?
Already hit it once,
I mean,
but
you guys in your 1,000 club. Listen, I'm not part of anything that has 1,000, but I will say this: this little show right here, we're at 587. So if this is your first time listening, give us a sub. We need 13. Can we get 13 subs by the end of this thing? It'd be fantastic. Because I'd love to. 600. It's a nice, fun round number. I was
checking the social blade today. You've gained a couple today, which is good. So
shout out to Richie then for driving traffic. Yeah, I mean, listen, you gave us the plugs, you gave us the love over there. We appreciate it. But yeah, milestones all around us. What can I say?
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic.
And while you're down there hitting that subscribe button, if you're watching us on replay mode, especially, we appreciate you. Or replay gang mode, hit that like button as well. We appreciate it. Yeah,
it's free, right? I think so. I don't know. No, I don't want to answer your questions.
Dude, it's been so long. I've missed two streams technically because you did the surprise stream when all the leaks were leaking out like crazy, and then I missed the regular one. I feel like I've been gone for ages.
It was so. Yeah, no, those two that was tough, man. Running them back to back. Shout out to all the people who can go live like daily or whatever. That's I don't know if I could do that. So,
oh man,
definitely a different experience doing that. But I think it was fun. I hope everyone enjoyed the emergency stream last week. I felt like we had to do it, with everything going on. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I mean, you're bigger fans or more recent fans of Lord of the Rings. Like I said, I liked them at the time. It's been a long time, so I'll get back into it. But walk us through, Brent. Walk us through Rivendell, the significance. Do you love it? Let's just break it down.
So first of all, I just want to say this thing this was one of the many leaks, and then it got revealed. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes next. Like what's going to be revealed next? Is it going to be Zelda? Is it going to be the Snow White? What is it going to? You know what I mean? It could be anything. We could get Simba revealed. Who knows? But as far as this thing, man, this is exactly what the Lord of the Rings fans want. It's exactly what we want. I mean, there's was one other set rumored, but I mean, this thing, I guess you could say it's a little overpriced, and the piece count might be inflated by all the 1x1 tiles on the roof, but I mean, it's pretty great. I mean, we're getting like 15 minifigs. You're getting the whole Fellowship of the Ring. I mean, there's nothing missing. I mean, it's pretty great. Other than it's expensive, but we're talking about Lego in 2023 now, so
there you go.
I like it. I'm getting it.
Richie, your first thoughts on this? Are you a big Lord of the Rings guy, or?
I'll be honest. I watched Lord of the Rings back in 2012 in anticipation for The Hobbit, and when those sets were first coming out. But I just got back into it because of this set. I started to rewatch it. I enjoy it a lot more now that I'm older.
See, Sean, you got to rewatch it.
No, yeah, it's like you come in with a new perspective, and it's so much better. Like the characters, everything. It's great. Anyway, though, kind of like what Brent was saying. Yeah, this set is like just perfect. I mean, like I'm I'm a little iffy on the whole like D2C sets or like the big black box sets, as I like to call them. But with this is like this is a perfect set. I've never seen the community so supportive of a set like this before. I mean, it's like a perfect set. Like you could buy this and you would never need another Lord of the Rings set. Genuinely, as he said, you get the entire Fellowship, you get Rivendell. I mean, it's perfect. So
there you go. Nicole, your thoughts on this girthy boy over here? What do you think?
Oh, I love it. I love all that girth. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Day one?
That's a day one, yeah.
Wow. She's
absolutely. I mean, look
in
at all the
person.
detail.
In person, Jones, you doing the lineup, or are we talking day one online? What are you doing?
No, I'm not going to do it online. I want to have it in hand.
All right. Nicole, you're so good at breaking down the models here. You know, if you guys don't know, by the way, I'll put her on blast. Nicole's, actually been known to model products from time to time. So I really want a professional's viewpoint on our friend here. You can name her and everything, Nicole, but what are we
doing a great job. You know, I gotta wonder though, like, where's my lighthouse guy? You know, I miss him.
He would have been great. He would have been great.
Well,
I haven't seen him in a while.
We'll call her Nancy. I'm just going to go with Nancy. And
I think Nancy
has a ring on, by the way. Is it possible that lighthouse guy is in another room, like longing for her love? You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Oh, don't hurt me.
Okay.
Don't hurt me like that.
Oh, was that too real? Did I get too real?
Well, listen, Nancy looks very peaceful. She looks like she's enjoying that set.
Nancy is a nice guy.
$500 of it. She's having a great time. The tiles on the roof didn't stress her out. She seems to be really holding it together. It looks great in her foyer. She's got a yellow couch.
She appears to be part of a dink situation, Nicole. A double income, no kid. I don't see any riffraff around.
This is not my house, no. No plastic toys everywhere. No,
there's no plastic toys. I don't see a sippy cup, Nicole. I'm looking here. I don't see.
The height is not child safe.
No, that's a pull down, right? That's what we call a pull down Jones.
Pull down. Absolutely.
That is.
They write warnings about that.
That's a 6,000 piece disaster waiting to happen. So Nancy is without child, at least at the moment, right? Things will change. Maybe she just got married to Lighthouse guy. We don't know.
This also looks like a psychiatrist's office. So she might be at work.
That's true.
You know.
Brent, I don't have the names memorized. I think one of them's like Gandalf or something, but can you break down? I know there's Harry and Hermione.
Watch the damn movie.
Oh my God,
okay.
He said Harry.
Good God, man.
Is that, I believe the redhead is named Ronald Weasley, I think. That's that one.
Oh my God.
No, okay. Brent, break down who do we got left to right. Do you know them all?
Have the Targaryens on the left hand
side. They essentially are Targaryens. So yeah, starting off we have
my God, now I have to get this.
Well, we have a few of the elves. I can't tell which brunette is which one, but anyways, after the elves we have Gandalf, and then we have all four of the hobbits. So we have Frodo, Samwise Gamgee, Merry, and Pippin, and then we have, speaking of Game of Thrones, actually.
Sorry, did you say Scotty Pippin?
No, Merry and Pippin.
Okay.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, Aragorn is played by the same guy that plays is it Ned Stark? I haven't watched Ned Stark. Yep. I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a long time. So we have a really solid Aragorn in there. I'm pretty sure the regular Aragorn minifig before the set was going for a lot. A lot of these minifigs were going for a lot, so it's nice to get a present day rendition of them. And then we got Orlando Bloom in there, so we've got Great Legolas, and then we have I can't see because it's so small. And I also don't remember all of their names.
Shout out to our first timers joining us live. We appreciate it, guys.
We have two first timers.
You missed Bilbo.
Oh yes, Bilbo is on the far right.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins. I know that one.
Oh yes.
Old Bilbo.
Oh yeah, Boromir. What did I say? I said Aragorn. Aragorn is in here, but yeah, it's Boromir. Sorry. Thanks, chat, for correcting me. But Aragorn is also in here.
All right, what do you think, Chad? He passed the test. I think you got them all at some point.
I didn't get them all, but it's fine. I haven't watched. It's Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of characters. It's been a minute since I watched them.
Tree of Ore, welcome. Make sure you sub.
Yo, I just want to say it looks like the dwarves in this set are taller than the hobbits, which I did do a little bit of research. In like the Lord of the Rings universe, the hobbits are like 3 to 4 feet tall, and dwarves are like 5 feet tall. So just a nice little inclusion, get a little.
Oh, yeah.
diversity.
Yeah, I can see that now that you pointed that out. It seems like he has mid legs while the hobbits have short legs. So that's not the only thing, man. The cool thing about the hobbits in this is since they have short legs, you can't sit them down. But all the hobbits come with like a special like brick built piece to where they can sit down. And the same thing goes for I'm blanking, but he's like the high elf. He's like the main guy. He has
just
like
working around, first timer. Shout out. How you doing?
Nice. Shout out to the first timers getting up in here.
Love the name. Good.
Appreciate
times.
you guys. But yeah, so I forget his name. Everyone's gonna kill me because I said I was Lord of the Rings fan. I'm forgetting the names, but the main high elf of Rivendell, the head honcho, he's got like a cloak or like a dress piece, but they have a special brick built. We'll see it. There's a picture of it if you keep going, Sean. But they've included separate pieces that you can sit down minifigures that couldn't normally otherwise sit down. So that's another really cool feature.
Okay.
We have I love that room. Oh, this is really cool. So right here, that sword that Boromir is holding, the broken sword, that's a new mold. So that's a really nice thing to get, like a whole new mold just for that part.
And who's the lady with the gray makeup?
I don't know. She's just some statue. I don't remember. That's
She
a
just
little
got back from a convention.
Dad jokes. Oh, we'll get into that in a second. All right, let's get a video of you. Yeah.
Whoa.
How's the butt?
Whoa.
You know what I
That's
like
nice.
about the butt on this one? It's kind of like it's Dollhouse, but not like horrible Dollhouse. Does that make sense? Like it's it's closed off enough,
Yeah.
I like
right.
I wonder how are we going to be able to carry it?
Well, if you go back a couple slides, it does break
Does
up
it
into
break
like
up?
it breaks up into like modular sections.
Okay, because I got really worried. That's
Go
gonna be...
back one more shot.
This shows it. That's broken. Oh,
The fellowship. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So you
That's
just
good.
kind of transport it in modular pieces. But they really nailed a couple of the rooms. Like they have Frodo's room that he wakes up in at like the end of Return of the King. That like it's like that meme filled scene. That scene's been memed so much. It's awesome. But just even like the fellowship area of all the chairs and everything looks really, really good. The chairs have sausages used in them, little sausage pieces in the chairs. I appreciated that very much.
big fan of sausage. You definitely are. That's true.
But I just, man, I really, it's, if you look a little closer at like the what am I trying to say here? If you look a little bit closer at like the terrain and what it's built on, it feels very much like a mock. Like there's a ton of like snot techniques, like building the whole foundation of it all, and it looks very mock.
A couple of people have described this as a mock, and they meant it like in the nicest way. You know, 'cause it's like something that usually you don't get from an official set. Richie, this does have kind of vibes of a mock.
Absolutely. I love the trees too, by the way. That's the first thing that kind of comes out to me when you're talking about it as a mock, is like the trees, kind of the different layout of it. Obviously we're used to kind of like modulars or like, different kind of black box sets, being very like square, very, very neat. And this is kind of like chaotic in a good way. So it really represents Rivendell in my opinion, which is the whole point of the set.
100%.
Solo Sean.
By the way, yeah, it's a solo Sean. I got to say something.
Oh, okay.
Makers of the A-frame cabin, we want trees like this. Thank you.
Just needed a solo shot for that real quick.
I had something better in the chamber and I forgot it and it was too late.
That's okay.
But my point is these trees are fantastic. So I don't know, guys. I don't know where this fits in for me. I think it's beautiful. I'm sure, I'm going to get caught up on the stuff. I'm sure I'll be wanting it and all that stuff. I think it's awesome though. Even if I didn't know a thing about it at all and I never watched the movies, you can't help but respect this. This is one of those ones that's probably going to be an all-time classic. What can I say? I mean, the palette is fantastic. I love that, if you're just going to get one set, I think Richie called out earlier, you get all the dudes, all the fellowships,
the bros.
The bros, if you will.
You get the whole
all here.
I mean, what else do you need? Look, you can get married in this thing. There's a lot of things you can do here. I like that.
Yeah.
River. I mean, what do you need? So yeah, I mean, the biggest question is where do you put this if you've already got 10,000 other $500 sets laying around. Where does it go? But
Yeah.
I think that'll be answered by in time. People will find cool ways to put them up, and I can't wait to see what people do with them. And by the way, the castle community, which Brenham, quickly becoming more in tune with.
Yeah.
They're wanting to slot this in there too, and I think this could definitely fit, in medieval cities or whatever you want to go, realms. I don't know if they're Lego cities, medieval realms. I don't know, but
dude, trust me, I would love to see, because last year at Brick World Chicago, somebody had like a Jurassic Park giant mock, and it had like a huge waterfall, like a moving waterfall with like a fog machine. It was crazy. I would love to see somebody take this set essentially and just build it out, make all the terrain, put it up on like a mountain and have a huge waterfall. Like it'll be interesting. So it'll be dope. I have a few expectations of mocks. Like I hope I see at Brick World this year. Like I really hope somebody makes a huge Pandora from Avatar.
Yep.
But anyways, that's a sidebar. I won't go down. But yeah. Oh, go back real quick. Go back real quick to the fellowship shot. I gotta see those sausage pieces. Yeah, see those sausages on those chairs.
Here, let me zoom in for you, Brent.
Yeah, nice. I don't know if we've got them in this nougat color yet. Nice nougat sausage. Oh my god. Yeah, Oh wait, I used to have one close by. I don't know where my sausage piece is anymore.
Yeah.
I'm slipping. I was never mind.
All right. So across the board, though, it's a winner. Richie, Nicole's going day one. We know her answer. Where are you at on this one? Is this day one, or are you going to wait a little bit? What are we doing here?
It's hard because I have the money for it, but I am in college, so I always have the excuse of, I'm in school. But I mean, honestly, I think this might be a day one. Go to the Lego store, experience it. It's a Sunday. Watch Good Morning Brick World in line at the Lego store.
Oof.
Could be a pretty fun experience. So we'll see.
Little breakfast sandy in the hand, having a good time. Yeah. All right. I like that.
Oh yeah. There's good vibes when you have like a coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and you're sitting down early in the morning, and there's a couple other crazy fans like yourself that are rolling up on the scene, and you're all talking about where you're getting.
This one is going to bring different boys to the yard, I think, right? Different clientele on
this will bring men to the yard, Sean.
Well, but the song's "Boys to the Yard." You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Brent, where are you at on this one?
When does it come out? Do we have a date? Does it say
March 1st? March 3rd, March 1st. Okay.
Oh my God, this is
Sunday. That's all I know.
This is with all the speed champs and everything. Oh man, it's tough.
Just wait on the speed champs. Oh my god.
That's true.
They'll be out in Target on clearance on Black Friday. We talked about this.
I know, but I've been.
We talked about this. The deals later.
I know. But the fact that it's 500 though, like I'm saving up for Brick World. Like I'm planning on taking a good chunk of money with me to Brick World. So it's tough.
TJ did some research on the sausages. They are in fact a new color.
Ah, nice. Thanks, TJ. What set did you just hold up, Richie? A speed?
I held up the Speed Champions Aston Martin.
Oh, nice. I have
my first ever Speed Champions set.
Oh, you're gonna
That's
be
a good first one to have.
Like Lay's chips, maybe.
Yeah.
Can't build just one. Can't build just one.
I don't blame you for the Speed Champions addiction.
They're so sick.
The deal.
Especially when they switched it over to 8 wide.
Oh yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I'm being more selective. I just I'm too far behind, so I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and get the ones I missed. So I'm just gonna get the ones I like, and that feels nice. And I'm already up to like 4 or 5 doing it that way, and I'm content with that. Like to have a small fleet of cars.
I'm pretty much on buying
it. Go in a city eventually, and I kind of dig the more recognizable. I have no real connection to some of these supercars, but now with this movie stuff coming out, it's gonna be hard to pass up any of those for sure. They're somewhat.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be more Fast and Furious ones coming for sure.
Because I'm a straight up IP hoe. You know what I mean? Like,
dang, that's crazy that this is March 1st. So,
all right. So Rivendell's a winner. Brent, you're probably a pass right here, right now. But before it's gone, I'm sure you'll have it. Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%. I want it really bad, but it's just gonna depend on.
You got backlog problems too, man. You still need a couple You need the Harry
Yeah.
Potter thing, right? You need the school,
You gotta set up your room.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
You need all, yeah.
Which I'm going to be doing that soon because I won't get
James
into it.
Blades,
but
what's
I'll
up, man? All right. Good
I
stuff
kind
there.
of I kind of wish it didn't have black box art. Like, is anyone else getting tired of black box
Yes,
art?
yes.
I miss when box art was
Terrible.
sick on everything. Like,
I know. It was a good run. All right.
When you
Well,
used to go to the Lego store as a kid, I just have to say this real quick 'cause it's my little rant.
yeah,
Do it.
no.
Go to the Lego store as a kid, at least for me, because I have one near me, so always used to go there. It was such a magical place. I mean, like the palette of colors all throughout the store was amazing. And now
Right.
when you walk in there, literally half the store is just like a wall of black boxes. It's like the void. I don't know. It takes away the magic.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
You need to chill
Yeah.
with that. I'm waiting for a day when this is over. I don't know if they're trying to get to a point where it's like all super uniform, which it is, on certain walls. But like, let your artists do their thing.
It's too much. Well, just think about this. The UCS Millennium Falcon, it looks beautiful because it's literally flying in Cloud City with that beautiful background. If the Millennium Falcon just had a black background, like I feel like it would look less appetizing. But
Slave One, right? I mean, it's going to look cool. All of them are going to look good.
Yeah.
But if we didn't have that frame of reference before, and by the way, they're doing things like they're putting like blue or yellow hues behind some of that stuff. So
yeah.
I'm sure it wouldn't be total crap, but I think side by side, the Falcon versus what's currently, the newer version when that comes out, because it will.
Yeah.
Side by side, I think you're right. The box art's going to be.
Well, think about how dope.
Like, look at this. The most handsome man in the game is here.
Yes. Yes.
Ryan from On and Out Productions.
Ryan, I literally thought about you today.
Ryan,
Oh,
I'm
God.
assuming
Not
day
a
one,
weird,
sir.
not a weird way. I didn't think about you in a weird way. I just thought about you in a normal.
Did you guys book your
cool-
room together yet?
Yeah, we have a Ryan. We have room for you, bud.
Oh yeah, we have a room, and
We'll
there's a pull-out bed if you want it, Ryan.
There you go.
Right
right.
next to mine.
Nicole has limited time because she's not feeling so well because she got back. This spoilers. She got back from the Atlanta Brick Con, which Nicole, your first Lego Con, I believe. This one,
First legit one, and I swear to God, if you full screen me, I'm never coming on here again.
that's fine. I wouldn't do such a thing. But let me set the table.
Ratchet.
This is your first one. As far as the community goes, this one got a little bit of a push, a little bit of a pump from some of the influencers, if you will, trying to make this a thing. So I want your evaluation on like how well attended it was in terms of just like normies and then people from the community and any sort of Lego YouTuber. Like walk me through kind of this thing high level.
Okay. So
full screen. No,
don't you even.
Oh.
It was marketed to me like it was going to be really chill with some great builds. I had no idea. I knew like a couple people who were going, but I didn't realize that it would be pretty much everyone that was going. So I rolled up there on Friday and was there to see like everything set up, and that was really nice. And then we voted for like best builds, all that stuff. So Saturday, we woke up and got breakfast, and then I head to the convention hall on at 10:30. I kid you not, the line was so long that it was jarring. Like, I don't know if Chicago was like that, but the public day line was scary.
Yeah, Chicago's public day is pretty packed, and it's huge. So it's like the fact that they pack out that convention center,
like they needed a much bigger space, but like there was a fly fishing convention like next door. So
fly fishing convention?
Yeah, and like there were these old guys like practicing outside of the hall. Like it was, but
nice.
But they needed a much bigger hall.
Was Kendall Cole there?
Kendall Cole was definitely there. He was
Cole was present.
You're all playing with your baby dolls.
Baby dolls. He was like, he kept yelling at us. It was jarring.
Oh.
But anyway, so Saturday we went in and you could not move. Like it was actually miserable and it was so hot in there. I think they got shut down by the fire department from what I heard.
The Atlanta show or the fly fishing guys?
The Atlanta show, because it was so crowded.
I'm about to spit out my drink there.
So I ended up I left and we went to a mall nearby, and they have this huge Lego store there. So it seemed like everyone who was supposed to be at the con was at the Lego store.
Nice.
And they had like all the pab wall stuff like in boxes. Like it was very like accommodating.
Yeah, they do that in Chicago too. It's pretty cool, like to see if they have. Yeah,
awesome. So we did that, and then I went back later in the afternoon, like around 3, and that was much better.
There you go.
And then Saturday night there was a get together, and that was a lot of fun. Sunday.
Hold on. So for those of you that haven't been to cons, you know, there's the daytime part where you see the mocks and you do the shopping and there's lines and there's people and various smells, and we can get into that in a little bit.
The smell. I forgot about
that.
Various smells.
Nicole, I mean, you know, if you'd like, you know, could you name some of the notables maybe that were hanging around? Maybe not necessarily at the party. You don't have to do that, but like, who are some of the names people might recognize that were running around Atlanta BrickCon? So if somebody wants to go, maybe they can't get to Chicago, they could meet some of their faves.
So there were a couple Lego Masters there, as you know, as you would expect, and then who else? There was Gene's version, Martin Harris. Who else was there? Your friend Ryan was there, and Holly, and Maticus Bricks was there. Brick Chef. I'm trying to think who else. Troubles Bricking. Like there were a lot of people there that like were, you know, I feel like everyone does something cool within the community, and it's hard to like, I don't know, it's hard to like name everybody because everyone does different things. Like Adam from Ant-Man, he was there, and he does amazing videos. So like it was just like a lot. It was a lot. I was overwhelmed. No. I will not be buying that candle.
Oh, so for those of you wondering about that, we have our team text, as you guys have heard by now. And so Nicole was, you know, talking about some of the scents coming out of there. But Nicole, as far as
you've ever seen in your life.
Oh boy.
Just wait for Chicago.
So
no.
So Nicole did catch a little bit of something that she's getting over, and you know, at first she wasn't gonna come on, but I'm like, you got to tell the story, you know, of your BrickCon experience. So
I know I texted them at like 10 o'clock, and I was like, guys, these germs are something else. Like con germs are like, they make a pandemic germ look kind.
It's a lot of hands, washed or unwashed, touching a lot of bricks.
A lot of bricks. A lot of
brick hands, so to speak.
Brick hands. Watch
Brick
out.
hands.
You can only imagine what I really mean. And so she's reeling from the smells. Guys, she's been talking about the illness all day. So I mean, it's legit.
You go to a convention, just drink that vitamin C, just chug it.
And time to dust off the Sani, right? Everybody used to be sanitizer crazy, and now we've all kind of been caught slipping.
Everyone's relaxed. Yeah.
The Sani was not strong.
Okay, so I have a tip on that. I don't know if you remember, there was a period during COVID, I think, when the legit hand sanitizer ran out, and I swear to God, they would just put like Jello and tequila into a bag. You guys remember the straight tequila like sanitizer?
Oh
my advice, you know, periodically buy the cheap stuff, get a cheap bottle of tequila, just go to the bath. I don't typically, you know, condone wasting alcohol, but if the sanitizer is not getting it done, just a little douse of the $5 cheap shit, it'll get you straight.
It'll do the job. Yeah,
it'll do the job. So,
but it was a lot of fun, guys. Like,
okay, so this is the big question, right? This is the ultimate question, they say in sales and business. Would you recommend this show to a friend?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
10 out of 10. The only thing I will mention, though, that was kind of annoying is Georgia in February was colder than you would expect.
Colder than the Northeast?
No, we were at like 0.
Oh, so you thought you were going to get a little reprieve?
I thought I was close enough to Florida that I was going to catch some of that nice warm sea breeze, but no.
Yeah. No.
It was like 16 on Saturday when I woke up, and it was like jarring.
Yeah.
It woke
I'm
me
still
up.
laughing at Cobra's cut. She's reeling from the smells.
I am. I can't think clearly thinking about that smell. Like
Yeah,
you have to run your laundry twice, guys. But the hotel, the closest hotel, is still a long walk from.
Really? Oh, so you had like a chilly walk back. Was it too close to Uber? You'd feel like a loser if you Ubered, or did you do it?
I didn't Uber, no, but you have to like walk and then go through an entire car garage and then walk even further. It's like a walk, and nothing.
How many barbecue restaurants were between you?
None. But you know what? I got home and my husband was like, "Let's have barbecue," and I was like, "I'm good." Like,
Was that what people had every meal? I mean, Georgia's kind of.
There was just so much barbecue. I didn't realize I hadn't had a vegetable in like 5 days.
Oh yeah, no, they don't sell those at cons.
No, there was no vegetable.
If you're into vegetables, you can have ketchup with your corn dog.
Ketchup is the vegetable.
That's a food group. Barbecue sauce is a food group down there.
But I will say, if you are
Georgia.
going there, definitely rent a car because
it's not a walkable place.
No,
how far was it from Atlanta?
It was like it felt like an hour. It was an hour to 45 minutes. Going, like, leaving the airport and getting there, we got stuck in traffic and it was like over an hour. The traffic there is insane. I will say that. I didn't get to go to Atlanta Brick Co. because like it would have been a 4-hour round trip.
No thanks.
Given how busy it was Saturday morning, I wish I went. Like, because that would have killed the time. Because we were thinking of going at like 9:30, 10, and that would have been the perfect. So I will say, do that and then go to the convention like later in the day. I think they will make it bigger next year just because. But the owners of the convention were amazing. Everyone was so nice.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard they're good peeps.
Amazing people.
I mean, like, look, there's rumors there might be a move for me, and I would definitely be really close to that one. So that could be interesting. Several hour, but not insurmountable drive. So, might be able to go see that thing at some point.
And the builds were crazy. The builds were awesome.
Seeing that stuff in person, it's really, like for me watching, I don't know about you, Richie, you've been to a lot of these, but like seeing people do the walkthrough and Beyond the Brick in particular does a really nice job of breaking down every nook and cranny of that stuff. But seeing it in person, like way better. I mean, yeah.
Like I feel like there's no, like I took tons of pictures of the builds, but I don't even feel like good posting them because it's just not gonna it's first
weird,
of all, it's
right?
not my work. Second of all, it would not do justice to.
Hey, there's a lot of people that like literally after Brick World Chicago, I saw so many people on Instagram just like posting videos of other people's mocks for months. I mean, I guess it's not frowned upon. I guess if you tag.
It helps the builder, but like.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, look, they'd be equal parts. Yeah, but I mean, if there's one you really like, get the name and credit them if you feel like it. But if not, even if you just mark it and hashtag it, they can come on and say glad you liked it. I mean, I think for me, if I spent whatever they spend a year, whatever, months, days, hours, if somebody took a pic of it and sent it out there, and even if they didn't name drop, I think for me, but I'm not everybody, but for me, I'd be like, wow, she really liked my shit. That's cool. And now all her people get to see it. And so, but I hear you. I don't like, me. I hate any copying or any
reels.
of that.
Like, I mean, posts and reels. Like, I'll do a story eventually when it's recovered. And there are so many photos in my thing that it's going to take a while to go through it.
Yeah, no, for sure. This has been up here for a few minutes. Did you find any good deals on sets? Did you buy anything, Nicole? Did we take home?
I was going to ask this. Yeah,
I bought. Oh, man, so I should have brought everything up here. I did buy things. So the sets, I don't know if it was like this in Chicago, but things were so overpriced.
Yeah, that's how conventions always are.
I mean.
There was one or two, right, Brent? Remember I missed that Brickheads thing? There was a handful. The Tron was okay. I'm naming really specific stuff, but I know Richie agrees. I mean, they're up 20% probably minimum if you're lucky over Bricklink. Certainly even 10 or 20 or more over eBay. I mean, we're all smart. We all know about what this stuff costs. And I'll tell you the weirdest thing, Nicole, and I don't know if you tried this, and I'm sure it's more successful on the last day, but I negotiate for a living, and I'm like, hey man, you know, they're like, nope, because they don't care, because the traffic is so vast that they're like, and they know what they've got, and if it's a good set that hasn't been rotting for 6 conventions, they know they're going to move it. So they're like, no, I'm not going to.
But the crazy parts, they had the most beat up box I have ever seen in my life of the fire station. Like, I mean, I'm sure you guys saw the same box in Chicago. Like, this box has been around for a long time, and they were asking like $1,250, like $1,250, and I was like,
yeah,
like what recreational thing are you partaking in to think that that's fair?
DJ, we saw that. This is right around when the fighter tanks had just come out, Brent, and they were sold out, right? They were like kind of hard. They had already been at Target, right, Richie? And then they were gone, and then whatever. Yeah, I guess I saw people asking 70. I didn't realize people were taking them. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy town.
It's always sad when the normies come into town on Saturday.
The normies.
I'll be honest, because, you know, if you take your kid to Brick World, you know, you're going to
got to get them something.
You got to get them something. And that you can't even say, let's go to Target. Let's go to the Lego store, which is right across the street. Let's go to Legoland Discovery Center. No, you need to get them a set right then and there, or else you know, it's Father's Day weekend. You got to
Steve, Nicole, and Steve, little Timmy's dad, has no idea, nor does he care what the normal market rate is.
No,
he says to Timmy, do you want this $70 fighter tank? That's all you're getting today, son. And he's like, yep. And Steve's like, cool. I'm out of here for $70.
Shout out to Timmy.
Dad of the Year award.
Yeah. But you know, like, I didn't feel like there were that many vendors there.
There wasn't even in Chicago had a decent amount, but not what I thought. I thought there'd be
one, like,
right,
so
Brent? I thought it'd be like 50%. I would like to see a haul of just vendors, but I'm a shopper guy, you know.
Granted, Sean unfortunately missed the yard sale. So that being said, do they do a kind of yard sale thing, Nicole, in Atlanta?
They must have done it, and I don't know where I was. They probably did it like Friday at some point. I don't know if I missed it, but like
that's the jam.
The yard sales. I got pretty much good deals all around at the yard sale, and it's because it's just convention goers selling other convention goers stuff, which I plan to do this year too. I'm definitely, because I drive up to Chicago, so I'm definitely.
Some of them need gas money to get home, so you can get some good deals.
Oh yeah. But it was funny, like some of the fly fishers that were in our hotel, because like they were everywhere. Did they wear
the stuff, Nicole? I'm sorry, I got to jump in. Did they wear the stuff? Yeah, all right.
They wore the stuff.
Fish
and then the other thing too. There was just the smell of fried fish all weekend, and I was like, is this like a thing? I don't understand. I went up to them, I was like, so fly fishing, is this like a thing? You guys like get together. But
they can say the same about adults playing with toys, you know what I mean?
But they some of them snuck into the Lego convention. They were like, the prices on some of these sets is like insane. It's insane.
Right, but then they'll go across to their thing. Right, but then they go across to their thing, and they're like, "Check out this lure! It's guaranteed to catch me 100-pounder right there on the river." So, you know, like whatever.
But it was a lot of fun. Like exhausting though. Like
I mean,
and it's like I don't know, like a fourth of the size of probably what Chicago.
You did Friday, Saturday, took off Sunday.
No, I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, took off Monday.
Got it. I did like a quick 36 hours. Yeah, it was like.
And we were all in the airport when the picture of the ring with the reflection came out, and we were all like losing our minds. Like
time to get to work.
The tease. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thanks for recapping, Nicole. You're welcome to stick around, but if you're tired, I understand.
I'll stick around a little bit more.
We'll have Max to replace you in a little bit. So.
Is he coming on?
He said he was.
Okay.
He's doing some. Max is doing some college boy stuff. You know, stuff that Richie does. So.
Yeah, of course.
You got to get your. No, I'd rather you do that than talk to us. Jeez Louise, get your homework done. All right. So speaking of Richie, aka Our Toy World, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
As is typical, we don't get into any sort of interviewing until 45 minutes into the show.
Yeah, we don't do that
We
much
just like
of it
bring
anyways.
you in and treat you as a brickhead, and you've done very well. So I'm going to tell the story here to set you up, Richie, and then we'll get into your actual story. But the way I discovered our toy world is, all I watch is YouTube. I think that's well documented. I don't really watch real shows anymore. So I'm zooming around, and somehow one of your videos got recommended to me, which will also be our topic for tonight, which is sort of history of Lego YouTube, or the state of Lego YouTube. You made a nice video there, and I was like, hey, I've been in this for a little bit. Let me just check it out and kind of see if I learned anything. Number one, I learned a ton, man. You did fantastic on that piece. If you guys haven't seen it, please go right now. Girth Gang, activate. Go sub to Our Toy World. He's got some fantastic sort of historical videos. I don't know what you classify those as.
Video essays and then documentaries.
Video essays, documentaries. Thank you. But fantastic. And they're not super long or boring. They move quickly, but not too Mr. Beastie quickly, because I know some people aren't. He does a little bit of the screen. He does the word screen, but he's a youngin', so I'll give him a pass. But it's not too obnoxious. And I'm a straight shooter. I'd be like, God.
Yeah.
But anyways, he does enough of that to set it up. And then whatever he shows you has impact. Really nice stuff, man. And anyway, so he's zipping along, and he gets to streamers, and he's talking about how live streams have really started popularizing in the Lego YouTube community. And he's mentioning a couple, and I'm just like, I don't know where I was or sitting there, but then all of a sudden he's like, there's some professional streams out there, like Cali Brick Click. I'm like, yeah, no, that's the best one. He's like, Good Morning Brick World, and a couple of brickheads, and I'm like, like, professional. And I think that's the first thing I DM'd you, Richie. I was like, I don't know if we're professional, but appreciate the shout out, man. And honestly, I had already subbed before I even saw it. So I'm like, man, this is good. And by the way, I didn't know, because I don't think you showed your face on that one, so I didn't know who you were or what. And then I found out, you're this young guy with a lot of talent, and I'm like, that's fantastic. So that's how I discovered him. And then I think we DM'd a little bit, Richie, and we were kind of friends online. And I don't know, I've just seen you in the peripheral, and it turns out everybody else already knew you, and somehow I didn't. And so I was like, I mean, it happens. No one knows us still. It's fine. And so I'm like, hey, got to get you on the show. So here you are. That being said, that's my reason why. Talk to us. Grew up Lego fan. Walk us through the whole thing, and then how you decided to become a YouTuber, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I've been a Lego fan pretty much my whole life. Got Mega Blocks when I was a kid, like the giant Mega Blocks. So I wasn't into Duplo. I'm sorry about that. But then first Lego set I ever had was the 2005 Anakin's Jedi Interceptor that my parents bought. They couldn't even put it together, but they gave me the pieces or whatever when I was a little older. And then the first set that I actually bought at the store was 2008, the Imperial Dropship Battle Pack. I remember I went to this Lego store with my dad. It was a rainy day. It was a Sunday.
What was on the radio?
More memory. Right? But anyway.
Did you get a Happy Meal? I mean, what?
Not that day, no. But
all right.
I know what happened. Let me think. Yeah, no, not that day. All right. But no. So then, I was just kind of like a normal Lego fan. My parents would buy me the sets here and there. But then, 2012, it was summer 2012, and I somehow stumbled upon Lego YouTube. The first Lego YouTube video I ever saw was Brick Queen's review of the Battle of Helm's Deep, actually.
Nice. All hail the Queen, by the way. Shout out to Brick Queen.
Of course. I'll always have respect, whether a channel's doing great or not. Genuinely, I will always have respect for her. So
I have nothing but respect for Brick Queen. She came on early for us, and I saw that people were kind of bagging on her, and I was like, that's BS, and I wanted to have her on and give her a safe place to have a combo. She was a little bit hesitant, to be honest, because that was at a time when people were really going after her, and I'm like, that's not what this is about. We just want to meet you and all that stuff. So shout out to Brick Queen. She's awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that was the first Lego review I ever watched. The second was the Palpatine's Arrest by the Brick Show. So all of a sudden, like super early on, I got into that kind of stuff. I was only 10 at the time, so I've been in this for like 10 years now. But my parents did not let me have a YouTube channel. So for a few years there, I'd just go on YouTube, search up all these creators, have to manually check if they've uploaded new videos, and I'd watch them all. But then a few years later, I had an iPad for a few years, and then a few years later, I finally realized, hey, I can upload videos off here. So starting in fall 2015, I was like in 8th grade, just started doing Lego videos, and I've been in the community ever since. And then recently, kind of like over the last year and a half, but more specifically like over like the last month, I've really started to like rebrand my channel, beginning in June 2021 with a video on the Bionicle community. And then ever since then, I was doing like hauls, live streams, just kind of like throwing like normal Lego content at the wall. But, people like Brother from Another Brick have really kind of like helped bring in like video essay / documentary type content. And that really opened my eyes to what I could do. So that's what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah, I definitely like the video essay style. I watch a lot of video essays for like movies, like people breaking down like movie franchises and this and that. So yeah, I like that style a lot. I feel like it's cool to kind of see like the playful banter between like BFAB will leave a comment and be like, yeah, nice idea or something like that, and kind of poke fun. But yeah, shout out to BFAB too. I mean, you and him both definitely do like the better video essays in the community for sure.
No, for sure. BFAB is great. Thank you. Yeah, I've known BFAB since like summer 2016. So
yeah,
he and I go way back. So
Nice.
yeah, it's good to see we're both doing
Shout
well.
out to BFAB.
For sure.
Brent? Questions
yes.
for?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was looking at the chat. All right. Yeah. So like I said, and like Sean said earlier, like typically we don't get like super interviewee like with our guests, but we do like the basic questions. So judging by everything you just said, I'm guessing you never really had a dark age. So pretty much was collecting straight through, or?
I've had like mini dark ages here and there where I like get burnt out or this or that. Like one I had was like during COVID, but that was more so just because I was like, when COVID first started, I was like, I'm not going to buy any Lego because like, I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know like what the economy is going to look like, this and that. But like, nah, I always find my way back into it. So, many dark ages, but never given up. No.
Yeah. COVID was like a big spark for a lot of people to kind of get into it. But oh yeah, shout out to Coconut Studios too, by the way. Tuning in down there in the chat. So do you have, I mean, this is a pretty common question. I'm sure you've probably answered it before, but do you have like just a GOAT set? Your house is on fire, you can take one set with you. Or it could be a set you don't have. It could be something you're hunting down. But if your house is on fire, you're grabbing one set.
Man, that's hard.
It can be one you don't have.
I really don't. It's not like I have like 5 sets that I can choose from. It's like I'd probably say the Palace Cinema, 2013 Palace Cinema. I think it's just a great modular. I only have 3 modulars, but I just love the set. I love that it's a corner building. The minifigures are great. The little car included. Just a solid set. So I'd say the Palace Cinema actually.
Yeah. I think Max scored that thing off of Facebook Marketplace for like $5 and a stick of gum or something.
No, he got like
it was
10
used.
modulars for like 800 or so. It was insane.
Oh, those moms.
It was crazy.
Max is
shout out to Marketplace moms. We love the Marketplace.
Love the Marketplace moms.
My son went to college. He has no use for this stuff anymore. Here. Never happens to me though. I always hear about it. All right.
It's the deal of a lifetime.
You would grab Palace Cinema. Love it. Probably one of my, if not my favorite modular as well. What is your white whale though? What's the one set that's eluded you? Maybe it's something you'll get as a graduation present, or something like what's one that you've almost had that's gotten away, or maybe the price is just so dumb now you don't see yourself getting it, but like
man. First off is the Disney Castle.
Ooh, you missed it.
You can go back to videos of me. If I put them, I'll put them back up eventually. Or when I get channel memberships, I'll make a tier where I re-upload all my old videos because I have privated them all to clean up my channel. But like since 2016, I was like making promises like, oh, I'm gonna buy it next month, this and that. Of course, I never do. I'm like, oh, they'll never retire it, and then they do, and instantly the price shoots up. The train. I know you like the train. That got you into Lego, Sean. That said, I don't know why no one liked it. Came and went so fast. I thought that was also last year's. It came, then it was gone. That's another white whale, and the last one is the Barracuda Bay. I don't know why I never bought it. Again, that was during COVID, so my whole like I'm not going to buy Lego.
Yep.
You know,
that one was relatively short too. It wasn't it. Remember, it was short. It was rumored to go like in 6 months, and then it did like another 6. I don't think it lasted 2 years. It might have been 18.
I don't know why I never.
I don't know, man. But Bren't, was it a? It was a Black Friday right before it retired. I think I got like a 160 on that one or something. I had no choice. It was an Amazon Black Friday, I feel like, thing. So I snagged. I had no choice.
Yeah, it was directly on Lego.com.
It might have not been 160. It might have been 170. I know it was more than $20 off though, because I was like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
No. 20 I might hem and haw, but when it's like more than that, I'm like, okay, well.
It went so fast because I remember on Black Friday, I was like, I'll get it in January, and it was gone.
Yeah. Well, when they start doing that, again, I'm not this big investor guy. I know a little bit, or kind of when stuff retire, whatever. The thing I can tell you is, if it is a very popular set, as that one was, and a really, really top selling set like that one was, and it goes on sale, like they're probably clearing out the last of them. It's not always a signal, but a lot of times, if something's on sale that doesn't need to be, it's because they just want to go ahead and just push that one out the door so they can get something else in. So
that's how I'm feeling about the NES right now.
Like, grab it if you want it. Otherwise, you'll be all regretful Jones, like our friend Richie here. He's just
yes.
Well, I hope you get your. Especially if it's Disney. I'll keep my eyes open for you if I see anything at a decent deal. I'll let you know.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I feel bad. I feel badly because
I'll get it. I mean, it's only.
Truthfully, those two are what got me into it. Mm-hmm. I got this first because they did a crazy Black Friday on it. Actually, right when it came out, it was very similar. I knew this was a dud commercially once I got ramped up into learning a little bit about Lego, because this thing went on sale, the train, 2 or 3 months after its release.
Seriously?
And yeah, it was the Black Friday of the year that came out on the Lego site. Similar, the only thing I've seen similar with that much of a discount and it being that close to release was what happened this past Black Friday. Mm-hmm. When you remember Black Panther, Hulkbuster, what was it? The foosball. I don't know if it was but it was Christmas time, whatever.
Yeah.
Where it was like 20-30% off of brand new sets. Like that's what the story was on this. And so I was like, I just thought that was normal. I'm like, oh, it's Black Friday. The thing I happen to want is now, what was it, $329? And so I think it was like $250, $260, which was still, for somebody that doesn't know anything, I'm like, that's a lot of money for Lego because I never really had one. But then I was like, yeah, but it's Disney parks, and I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Whatever, it'll be fun to try and whatever. And here we are,
$1 zillion in the long run
for $850 sealed or something like that.
Damn.
Oh my god,
that was last year.
Wait, just want to make sure that train is at Disney World, correct?
This like one here,
train, yeah.
Okay, it's at both of them. It's at Disney World and Disneyland.
So. Okay.
This station, but I will say it is Disneyland though because of the station, but the train itself, the station's the Disneyland station, but the train, I believe, is exactly the same or very close.
Okay.
Because I remember people saying like, "Oh, you're going to put this in front of the Magic Kingdom castle." I'm like, "Yeah, who cares? It's close enough." Like, it was 30% off. Thank you, thank you, Calvin. I love that we have like a Wikipedia in here in the chat. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, shout out to Calvin real quick. My friend Calvin, my Miami Dolphin and DM buddy. Listen to this. So last week, Macro was saying he had an airport shuttle potentially for sale, and he was joking with me, and I didn't know that. And so Calvin sends me some pics of some of his fire stuff. And earlier today, he sends me a stack of every single monorail. Speaking of Disney, Yeah, he sends me every monorail set they've ever made, including monorail track sets, like
Are you
just the track
kidding?
pieces. It's glorious. I'll send it to our team chat. But he has I believe it's the 2 space ones and the airport shuttle, and he has them all.
Damn.
And I'm like, you SOB. I told him, I mean, he's good at deal hunting too. So I'm like, if somebody sees a very I can't do new unbox because number one, like it's just I couldn't see myself opening it, and I do want to build it. But if anyone out there has or seen the airport shuttle, it needs to be in fantastic condition. I don't want the yellowing. The motor's got to work. I get all that.
You want a crispy box?
I don't care about the box at all. As long as the set is clean and the stickers are good, which I know that's tough. I could try to get replacements, but whatever. This is as good a condition as you can get it. Hit up your boy. Okay, back to our show. But shout out to Calvin. I was like, God, yee. So it was pretty cool seeing that stack all together at once. Night, TJ. Thanks for stopping by, bud.
Hey, TJ.
Later, Teach.
Brent, hope the family is good from Robert.
Oh yeah, thanks, Robert. Yeah, I was saying what's up to Robert in the chat. He's an OG viewer of mine. Yeah, man, we just came back from the honeymoon and first cruise and everything. So finally got all the stuff out of the way. It took us like a half a year to take a honeymoon, but we got there.
You want to recap that? Everybody's doing fun things.
Yeah. I'll give you a real quick recap. I definitely was feeling some of that southern cold, just like Nicole was, because if you said Saturday, that was when I was getting off the boat and like just coming from the Bahamas and like getting off the boat and only having like a light jacket on. I was like, oh, is back to the cold already. But that was awesome, man. So I stopped on the way down. We cruised out of Charlotte. Or no, I'm sorry. We stopped in Charlotte, cruised out of Charleston, went to a Hornets Heat game. So that was fun. Got to go to my first NBA basketball game outside of Ohio. So that was cool. Had a cool Airbnb. Went down to Charleston. Kind of went to. Oh yeah, I watched the Bengals game in Charleston at a really huge sports bar, and there was a ton of Patrick Mahomes fans in there. But there were a few Bengals fans. Yeah, then we hopped on the cruise for 5 days, went down to the Bahamas, first cruise for me and Jennifer. And, for anyone that's never been on one and they're kind of wondering, like, what's the, is there any nerves going before you get on? A little bit, but I still feel like flying in a plane is a little more sketchy. So if you're thinking about going on a cruise for a vacation, I highly recommend it, man.
Did you get any of the boat rocking? Would you get a
on the way back? On the way back, we were flying. We were sailing into the wind, and then it was a little choppier going on the way back. But other than that, it was pretty smooth. We were in a pretty large ship, so yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we sailed with Carnival, and so it's more of a kind of a party vibe, if you will. But it was really fun. I got a lot of cool pictures and videos I can show you guys in the chat. But
cool.
Yeah, man, it was good. I got sunburned so bad. I'm pretty much healed now, but I was that guy. I was that lobster walking around. So
all right. You didn't look too fried in some of the pictures.
Dude, I got a picture of I was in the Bahamas with no sunscreen, no hat. Like the last couple of days walking around the cruise, I'm like, I probably look so stupid right now. People are like people watching and looking at me like, look at that guy. He forgot something.
How many times did you hear we jamming? I want to jab it in you, or whatever it says.
I don't think I really actually did hear.
Oh,
I don't think I heard any Bob Marley.
Wow.
At least.
Whoa.
I mean, there was
Where'd you go, man? No.
There was some Jamaican music playing when we were on one of the islands, but as far as on the cruise ship, there was a lot of variety, so it was cool. Shout out to Guy Fieri for his burger joint that's on those Carnival cruise ships. That place is bomb.
They give you life, that thing.
Did you do a conga line, Brent?
Dude, I didn't jump in a conga line, no.
Oh, you should have.
But there was a comedian on the ship that was in like he was in like a couple episodes of like How I Met Your Mother or something like that. I can't remember his name, but he was really cool. So the comedy clubs on those things are really fun. Went to the nightclubs a couple times with Jennifer, and we had. Oh, who else would I go with? But
Steve?
No, it was it was a good time, man. I highly recommend it. I got a couple pictures on my Instagram if you want to see what it looked like. But believe it or not, so they do this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll wrap it up. But they did these like so everyone would join up in like one of the main bars, and then there's like it's in like the middle of the cruise ship. I forget what they call it, but there's a lot of space. Everyone hangs out like on the rails of the deck. But the cruise director has like a music theme. Like he did like an 80s, 90s one night, like a soul music one night. And when he did the 80s, 90s thing, they like trolled everybody with My Heart Will Go On with Celine Dion. And I was like, no way they went there. Because I was waiting for one of the comedians to make like a Titanic joke, but they didn't. But literally on the last day, and mind you, it was the night that it was kind of rocky on the way back.
Man.
And the cruise director was like, should we go there? I don't know if we can do this for him. The DJ like plays the beginning, then they cut it out. He's like, nah, we can't do that to y'all, or some shit like that. It was really funny. Jennifer was like mad that they didn't play it all the way through, but it was kind of funny that they trolled the crowd with like 10 seconds of the Titanic theme song. So
That's awesome.
yeah, that was good.
Like
I'm
good
like,
Titanic humor while on a boat.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm super obsessed with cruise ships now. So I'm like, really, speaking of Disney sets, I really, really, really hope that they do a Disney cruise liner, because they are very beautiful. Like the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy, they're really
Wish,
beautiful. The Wish is the brand new one, so that would probably make the most sense for them to do.
I think that's the one they would do. They sell a play set on there, and I'm like, I kind of just want that. But yeah, of course, if they made a set, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah. I need a cruise
regular
liner.
normie play set, by the way, not a Lego play set, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Nicole. I didn't cut her. Nicole said she couldn't be on for the whole thing. She's still recovering from the filth at the Let a brick on, I guess. I don't know. No, she caught a little bug or something. But thank you for recapping. That was fantastic. All right, on to the main topic.
She just said her internet went down.
Oh, but sorry. Well, come back if you want.
Good.
Sorry, I thought it was a little weird. She didn't say bye, but all right. Yeah. Connectivity issues. One of the things I want to get into tonight, since you covered the topic, you did the history. We'll take a slightly different spin on it, Richie. We'll do the state of Lego YouTube. It's kind of a broad topic, but we'll get into categories. Don't worry. But just like overarching, like what are your thoughts on Lego YouTube right now? You think it's in a good place? What do you like? What would you like to see? That kind of stuff.
Genuinely, I don't think it's ever been in a better spot. I think when you're looking at engagement, I think when you're looking at kind of drama finally dying down, it seems. I think when you're looking at new content coming in all areas, it's getting a lot better than what it used to be. Obviously, maybe I'm biased in some way, but I think that it's never been a better time to be a viewer of Lego YouTube. Yeah, it's an exciting time to be a Lego YouTuber. I will say that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've only been following it. I think I followed it for maybe 2 or 3 years before I got into it. But yeah, I agree. I mean, there's something for everyone. It was kind of like, it was funny. I was rewatching our last episode with Shy, where he was the guest, and it was the 2022 year in review. If you haven't seen that one, go to Replay Gang for everybody watching. And I think similar to, there was ups and downs definitely for Lego in general in 2022, with the pricing and all that stuff, and some of the negativity. But he did say, I think the coolest thing about last year was the fact that they had, they made something for everybody. And I really do feel like Lego YouTube's in that similar space. It's like, if you want just straight speed builds, they got that. There's still reviews out there, which I know, I'd like to get into that a little bit with you, because a lot of people are kind of down on reviews. I just think they could be done a little snappier, perhaps, unless you're Jang. I want Jang to keep going 1 mile an hour because I love Jang. Sorry, geez, my brain. The animated stuff. What is it?
Like Blender bricks or like stop motion, because it was
stop motion.
Yeah.
For stop motion, right?
So
there's talk shows like ours. There's live build streams. There's lifestyle stuff. There's of course, hauls everywhere. Collection, Lego room reviews, whatever. So there's something for everybody. If you're out there, you can find it. And I think what's super cool is I just love when, and I'm sure this has happened to all you guys, even, everybody, chat guys on the show, when you've like fall in love with a set that maybe came out 5 years ago or something, or 10 years ago, and you never heard of it. It's so cool just to punch in the set number and you're going to get 5 videos on it. And some of them are from this year, and for whatever reason, they caught the bug on that set as well. And they're like, oh, I need to, make a review on this. So yeah, I think there is definitely something for everybody. Brent, I was just saying, when you dropped overarching, like, what are your thoughts on Lego YouTube in general? Richie's been in the game forever. He says it's the best it's been. Well, how do you feel about it?
Oh yeah. I mean, so I've only been in the YouTube space for, I guess 2 years. I haven't made a video in a while just because I had a lot of life things happen. But just kind of harken back a little bit to like the first person I watched was Solid Brick Studios, and then because obviously I'm big into Star Wars, so M&R as well. But yeah, definitely. I mean, aside from, because it used to just be reviews, everything else that has kind of evolved and happened is, I mean, it's all great. I mean, as far as like the video essays like you and BFAB are doing, and the mock series. I mean, there's really something for everything. If you want to watch vlogs, there's some people literally have just a vlog channel. Like M&R's got only his vlog channel. Yeah, I mean, I think really the sky's the limit. Honestly, there's seems like every other day there's a new up and coming channel. So yeah, I mean, it's great. I really do miss it. And I know I've been saying for literally 1,000 years that I'm gonna start putting out videos again. Literally 1,000 years. I really do miss it though. I really, really do. And since I'm literally sitting on Brickworld 2022 footage, I probably should drop all of those pretty soon, or else it's just gonna overlap, and then I'm gonna be going to
No, that's your deadline. I mean, honestly, Richie, I feel like it would be compelling. If he's waited this long, I think if you carefully build it and make it a banger, I think everyone will forgive you for your sins of not releasing it within the window of the last one.
Yeah.
I think as a hype builder, right? And that's kind of, Richie's last video, History of Brick World, is kind of like hyping the event this year. I think if you drop that timely, there'll be a lot of people searching for it. They'll want a little taste.
Oh, yeah.
Or do it all in one.
Yeah.
You can always like cut it down to like be like the best moments, or like put them all together and have like the Brickworld 2022 movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's vlogs. It's why are you uploading vlogs late? But if it's a movie,
right? Exactly. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea. There's the day one that I uploaded was pretty much just like me getting to Chicago and then linking up with Mononau Productions. But the next one is literally probably the best one, because it's me meeting Sean for the first time. It's me meeting Brixie for the first time, getting the $2 from that whole situation. And then we had no idea that we were even going to get in on that Friday, kind of snuck in there to take a little sneak peek. So that was a whole nother thing. So I got a lot of a lot of good footage of the mocks and things before that. But yeah, and I literally still have all of my stuff that I bought like in a certain spot to like film like everything I got from Brickworld, like the haul or whatever. I literally still have all that stuff just like in a separate area. So but I also like, honestly, too, like another video that I already have filmed and stuff is the very last tour of my old house. That was the room that I made all of my videos in for a year and a half, was that room. And I never really did like a full like tour of all my stuff, and that'll be cool because then I'll kind of start my series of setting up the new space. But I gotta make an IKEA run and get some shelves before I can start getting everything situated. So, but yeah, I miss being in the game though. I do. So
you're still around with this, you know what I mean? So
that's
the good thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
So
my Instagram,
people still got love for Brent's bricks.
Yeah, my Instagram followers slowly inch up.
Let's get you to 1,000, and then you'll drop the movie.
Oh no, I'll drop it before then.
Okay. Well, by the way, speaking about the $2, I was there for that.
What? You were on the scene?
Yeah, I was there.
You were there live?
I wasn't directly there, but I was by TJ. I was because I was about to leave Brickworld for the night, so I was chilling with TJ. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden
He was out there getting footage for Good Morning, right?
Yeah, and then he did my intro for that. And then all of a sudden, like BFAB was everywhere that weekend.
He was.
Literally, like you turn around, oh, it's BFAB, like, and then boom, he's gone. He's so
He was like Batman.
you
He
know,
was like there.
then Tyler from Lifebricks was there. I met Mona Now Productions, and then all of a sudden, like they were like a group of like 20. I mean, you guys were there, obviously. There were a group of, like 20 people. So I wasn't like directly there, but I was like a group over. So that was cool.
That's awesome.
That was my introduction to you guys. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, it's a couple of brickheads. I'm like, wait, what? And
Who are
they're
they?
like,
Yeah, people still ask.
$dollars from Brixie. I'm like, oh, wait.
Oh, James. James is it?
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
So James is new to the crew. What is the recommended viewing for James? We can't tell the whole story again here. It's too long.
We won't tell the whole story, but I will tell you, James. Another reason, like that, I haven't just like that. I'm not just gonna upload the next vlog like right now or tonight is because I do wanna. I have them like marked. I believe it starts in episode 37. If you really want to go back, but I have it marked to where I'm gonna screen cap a lot of the funny moments of us like doing the Brixie saga, and I'm gonna have like a 45-second clip.
The saga. It's a saga now. It is. I mean, I think. I don't know. I mean, that's how you heard about us, Artur. Like Richie. That's how I think a lot of people did. That's like the first. I don't know, like because it was so wacky and it was real, and it was true, and people like that, and it was like peeling back the curtain a little bit, and we certainly did our part in hyping it and blowing it up. But if you guys don't know the $2 saga, go through. I would say the biggest hype for it, if you figure out Brickworld's Father's Day, so what is that, like mid-June of last year? I'd say the episodes right before that, if you guys want to go back in time, might be good recommended viewing. And then if you go to Brent's Bricks, he shows you what happens when we actually unplanned ran into Brixie, at Brickworld.
Yeah, it'll
be
the next
building. I mean, we talk about we for hours. We're like, all right, so how's this going to go down? Are you just going to go ask him for it? Like, like we were just strategizing. So I don't want to deviate into it too much. It's out there. Watch Brent's stuff. Watch some of our archives.
My next video.
Good listening for little while you're working or something. Put it on the background and you can catch some of that stuff. But
I'll have like a express recap right before the clip of me like meeting Brixie in the next Brickworld vlog. So.
And then we'll forgive him, right, Richie, for being a year late on the video.
Have you guys got him on the show yet?
I asked him.
I doubt he would.
Well,
it would be so epic if he did, man.
I think everything's cool. I've asked him even before all that, and we talked to him after that too. But he's just super, super busy. He was busy, and now he's got the twins on top of it. So. That is a goal. It'll happen. I mean, there's not many that we've asked that haven't come on yet, so, I definitely like to get him on here if we can make it make sense. So we'll see. I'm
gonna give him a $2 bill this year. So maybe that'll soften him up and
there you go. All right, guys, in your opinions, it doesn't necessarily, if you want it to be by subs, you can do that. It's fine. But who do you think right now are like kind of the kings of the game right now? Who are the top tier Lego YouTubers? It could be for, like I said, creativity, most subs, most entertaining for you to watch. Doesn't have to be a metric. It's whoever you feel.
Yeah.
Whatever number you want to do, top 3, top 5, whatever. You don't have to do them in order, but just start rattling off names. Brent, who's killing it right now?
So obviously, shout out to our boy Tyler, man. Lifebricks.
I was gonna say Tyler. Come on.
He uploads a bunch, man. He covers news. It's informative stuff. He's it's cool to see his vlogs here and there to get a little peek into the Bricklink store life. That's one right off the rip I can think of. I'll tell you what, like, I always pay respects to Jang when I'm talking about reviews. But one of the slightly newer reviewers that I like a lot is Bricks by Mind.
Mine's pretty thorough. He gets in there.
Yeah. Well, there's just like
he gets stuff early too. Land.
Well, there's obviously a lot of people cover Star Wars and Harry Potter and stuff like that, but he covers a lot of Monkey Kid, which is cool. Sean, I'm assuming those are probably some of his stuff that you've watched is the Monkey
Oh
Kid
yeah,
stuff.
no, I've watched all his Monkey Kid stuff for sure.
He'll cover some good like city stuff. He'll cover some stuff that typically I don't see from the other reviewers that I consistently watch in terms of like Star Wars and Harry Potter and stuff like that. Man, I love Jay.
Shout out to Rich Boy Jay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Rich Boy Jay's a builder, so he doesn't upload as much, but I always.
Sorry, did we ask Richie, what are your main themes? What is your main?
Oh, no, yeah. We usually,
no, keep going. We'll talk about YouTubers. We can get into that later.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Run the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no, we'll circle back. So yeah, no, Lifebricks, Bricks by Mind. Always love paying the respects to Rich Boy Jay because I feel like I love pretty much everything he does. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll stop at those three before I just name
I
everybody.
love Brick Mad Sam. He's good too. Yeah, I feel like Mox.
That's what I'll have to check that out.
Star Wars Mox. Yeah, I think Nails is he or Nalis? Sorry, Joseph Nalis. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but he's the one who did Galaxy's Edge or is doing Galaxy's Edge, right?
Oh, okay.
I think I want to get him on too. We've been talking.
Oh, I'll shout out.
Well, I'm going to fill in for the chat. We'll get
as
to you, Richie, in a sec. Let me just give you some of the names in the chat. I'm pretty agreeable with M&R is the best and forever will be. Another one for Tyler. Rich Boy J.
Firebird
Lifebricks and Brixie are my favorite go-tos. James Blade enjoys Cali Brick Click. Those are some of the names we're seeing as top tier.
Firebird said Coconut Bricks has been posting consistently and has unique ideas. His mocks are crazy too.
Coconut's up there, yep.
I know Coconut was in the chat earlier, but we got to get him on eventually, man.
Mayo disagrees about M&R. Okay. Brickzar. Good stuff there. Richie, who do you think's kind of killing the game right now?
First off, I was going to say Tyler. I've known him for a minute now, and to like see his channel kind of like really make a huge resurgence has been really awesome to see. And he's just some great live streams too. Brother from Another Brick, of course. You know, I love BFAB's content. I can't say it enough. It might seem like I'm like a little bit overly a fan of BFAB, but you know, I like to give people their flowers. You know what I mean? So, and you know, if we're going like top three, I would say, you know, Spit Bricks actually. Spit Bricks, there used to be a lot of hate in the Ninjago scene because like clickbaiting and stuff. But nowadays he has a good mix between like Mr. Beast style content and then also like video essays and documentaries. So yeah, I like that. And hey, GLS, you know, I'll say and then for live streaming, I like things like, you know, a couple Brickheads, Hive Stream. Like live streaming has gotten a lot more professional, I feel. So you know, back in the day, I'm not gonna lie, I did not tune into many live streams because people would just be sitting there. But nowadays it's a lot more enjoyable as a fan. So I like all the live streaming too. Because now you can get a stream every day of the week, and you know it's pretty entertaining. You know, so I like that.
Shout out! I'll shout out one that isn't quite as known, but Brick Scene. Rich is his streams are crispy, dude. He's got like 5 million cameras, and they just like rotate, and it's really really cool. A Brick Scene, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, Brick Scene.
Brick Sean, Brick Scene.
I'm sure, like if you've probably read across his name in like a Good Morning Brick World episode or like a Cali Brick Click episode or something. He's in the stream web. So another one, if we're talking about like YouTubers that are killing it, Lego YouTubers that are killing it. So TD Bricks, I don't know if, bro. Okay, so you know, I literally remember following him at like 30K. That boy has blown up. He is at 1.42 million. And like, the only reason is the thumbnails. I'll disagree on his thumbnail. Like his thumbnails are good, but his production and like his just build technique videos are just crazy. Like the fact that he'll do like here's a Lego house I built in 5 minutes. 15 minutes and then in like an hour or something like that, and just showing like really showcasing all of the great techniques and everything. And he's pretty funny too. Like he's got personality, he's got quality production, and he's a good builder. His stuff is pretty solid too. I wish I would have reached out to him to get on the show a little earlier, because obviously when somebody has that many subs, they probably have their, IG notifications turned off, but he would be a really fun one to get on. He showed up like randomly when they did the LegoCon thing last year, the big stream. He like showed up real quick to like in one of like the Marvel panels or something like that.
Real quick. Our friend GLS pointed out that we're not listing links. You're right. I should have thought of that. My apologies. I would just say, pause what you're doing right now. If there's some names you're unfamiliar with or you're not sub to them yet, open up your notes app if you're watching on your phone, or a little pen and a pad if you go old school, and jot them down. I apologize. We didn't prepare a list of links, but thanks for the pro tip there, Doc. My bad.
Oh yeah. I didn't know the segment was going to happen. Otherwise,
well, I prefer to keep it that way.
I can always, keep it. You never know. But I can. We'll always.
Yeah.
We'll go back and put some of it in the description.
Yeah, you guys should check some of that stuff out. Go on. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure people.
Oh, it's all good.
Sub to all these guys. If I trust the panel and I trust the Girth gang. If they say they're good, give them a whirl. Real quick on the TD Bricks thing. Yeah, like I'm happy for his success, but again, it's just I have a real issue with I'm trying to be gentle here. Because I know art is sometimes other people's art, but you put your own spin on it. But the beastie stuff, man, it's too beastie for me. It's slick, it's well done, it's fantastic. And I'm old, so whatever, there's that too. But it's not for me. But I'm glad to see, it helps us all, right? The tide rises all ships. So if that gets eyeballs on Lego, all for it. Just for me, it's just too chaotic or whatever. But if that's your jam, go for it. And it's really well done. He's got interesting, topics or storylines or challenges or whatever it is he's doing, pranks and that kind. That's cool. And I was way into that kind of stuff, maybe 10 years ago, that style before it was Beast, of just and it's just
fake pranks.
Yeah, Roman Atwood and all that, all that. Yeah, exactly. So
I will say, I knew he was kind of going in that direction, and maybe that's why he just kind of stopped showing up in my my timeline, or my feed as much. But I was more into just his build videos, the build technique videos. But then I kind of seeing reels and stuff. I saw that he was doing more Mr. Beast type stuff. Maybe that's how he soared past 1 million subs in less than a year, it seemed. But I was more into his build technique videos and things like that.
BFAB would like to go another direction.
The worst, Brent's Bricks.
Brent's Bricks.
He's the
Brent's
worst.
Bricks is automatically disqualified from any consideration of best channel.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
BFAB here for the controversy. Yeah, of course it's, well, I don't want to say of course, but yes, Richie, BFAB's in here quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's him.
Just want to make sure. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, internet guy, is this really you? Yes. All right, then that's him.
I know how BFAB talks, and that's him. He uses
right.
Hopefully, we'll see.
There you go. I didn't know BFAB has impersonators out there. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing.
I know. He tells us about all this controversy, but a lot of fake hymns. All right. All right. I guess I should answer. Man, I watched so much of it. Who do I when they have a new one, do I really get excited? Man, I don't know. There's so many. I really love anything Shy does is fantastic. Not just because we're buds, right? But I think Shy is so underrated.
Production's really great.
Yep. And then as by association, Cali Brick Click is fantastic. That type of format, more of a, I guess, serious or adult conversation than maybe what we do over here. That's why I think the shows are like complementary. So again, it's something for everybody. But I really like not pretty much. I've liked like everything he's done. Let's see. I'm still watching Emmasaurus. Just because it's fascinating just to kind of see the rise and the study, of kind of how like her arc is going. And I like them as people too. Shout out to Mr. Source as well. And check out that episode if you haven't on right here on a couple of Brickheads.
Oh yeah.
But it's been interesting to watch her evolution. I think it's been interesting because she's doing what she's like sort of really more comfortable with now, which is, or she's become more comfortable with. Cause I was gonna say like brand stuff, but I think when she started, she wasn't into brand stuff, but she likes that better now. And she kind of drew a line in the sand, said like, I don't enjoy doing reviews anymore. I'm not going to do them anymore. So I think that's cool. And I think she's always like challenging herself to, find new things. Who else do I watch? I watch all of M&R's stuff. Tyler, yeah, another favorite. And I'll be honest, I mean, I kind of knew Tyler from the peripheral, but just started like really getting into his stuff probably the last 6 months or so. And he's good. I agree. Like his just general vibe on a stream as a one-man stream, it's hard to get much better than that. So I like that a lot.
Well, and like the opening,
I don't want to leave
like,
anybody out, I feel bad, but and of course, if I haven't said, did I say Jang yet? We talked about Jang, but anything Jang puts out review wise, if it's something I'm interested in, that's an auto click.
He's
and
like the dad of the Lego community.
I'll take in the full, whatever it takes an hour to watch a set, but I don't just watch all his stuff. Just to be clear, it has to be something I'm interested in. But again, he's really useful for sort of retired stuff or something that, got on your radar that wasn't before. You can bet your ass 7 years ago he has a really nice review of that thing, whatever it was. So he's really good. And then we've become friends like us, Richie. We're buds now, and like so there's been people we've had on that I was admittedly kind of familiar with, but I saw was doing okay, so I thought people would want to see him and talk to him. But after watching their stuff, like, or getting to meet them, a lot of them, right, Bren't, a lot of them we met first and then kind of started watching a lot of their stuff. And there's just too many to name. But
shout out to Duckbricks as well.
Shout out to Duckbricks.
The Duckbricks episode
Dude,
we did was cool.
Awesome. I mean, the guy works so hard. He pumps out like crazy videos. There's a lot of talk about how he got his sets and that doesn't matter. I defy anybody to pump out. He makes, he kind of does what you do. As far as like video essays, but he does them like with the sets like right in front of him, and he'll tell the whole story of Bionicle, and he's like,
I'll be like,
not only can I tell you about Bionicle, I don't use stock. I don't use stock.
Ideas. Like, how is he not run out of ideas?
Well, he's like, and by the way, I don't use stock footage, MFers. I got the whole Bionicle shit right here.
Right.
So
exactly.
Like, that's just wild to see. It's like candy store.
Double R Slugger. Double R Slugger is a really good.
Okay, that's a new one I'm not familiar with. So yeah.
Yeah,
but
shout out to
you guys know. Oh God, how do we? Monanow, when he posts, come back to us. I know he's got some stuff going on. Josh build stuff, probably the best.
Yeah, how do we not
best
miss
reviews in the game? Highest effort, that kind of stuff. Love Josh.
So
I love the dude, and I love his vids.
Shout out to Josh.
I'm gonna leave a bunch of people out, and I apologize, but
I just
I will say this too, because time is limited for all of us, whether we are working or have kids or whatever the story is, going to school. I found myself, it's like I like this person. What's the topic? I'm not into that topic. I'll pass. Do you know what I mean? So like, I don't know that I like anybody so much that I'll watch them talk about just anything anymore, because I just don't have the bandwidth. I like learning and opening up to new sort of themes. But like an example I'll give is like, I like watching Holly's stuff too. But if it's about Harry Potter, I'm like not that big of a fan to watch that, because I'm not into Harry Potter. But if she's talking about the Ghost or something like that, like I'll watch it, like that kind of stuff. And I think your assessment earlier, Richie, about what was going on in live streaming, that's kind of why I reached out to Bren't. You've been watching for a little bit, so I don't know if you've heard our origin story. I don't want to go through it again, but I saw an opportunity a year and a half or whatever ago where I was like, and I don't even know if I saw Cali Bricklick at that point, but I was like, all these Lego live streams that I see is kind of like 4 dudes click, building the thing, commenting every once in a while. And I'm like, I'd like to watch just people like they'd be at a bar shooting the shit, with their buddies over, just talking like we do here. And so I was like, if I want to see that, I'm hoping other people do. I'm thinking I might be right. So that's kind of how this happened. But I agree with you. It's just like, and then the other thing I greatly dislike, and I'm not knocking anybody directly, is if they are doing a show like this and there's like 90 heads on the screen, like I'm out. I can't, like like we get thick in here sometimes, but when there's like 10 heads on the screen, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, I think we cap out at like 5 sometimes. If we have it like
good number. 5 is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then everyone's talking over each other. You got to have a good chemistry.
Yeah.
Well, I know if I'm on the panel, like just forget it. There's 5 people. That's too many for me. I'm like, I can't not talk for that long. All right. So we can go one of 2 ways. I was going to do mid-tier, but I think we're just going to skip to the other one because I think it covers it, right? So, like, who are some of the rising Lego YouTubers? Maybe it could be somebody that just started. They could have 2 subs. It could be, or maybe underrated. I didn't really know how to title this, but, like, who are some people, Bren't, that, have caught your eye lately that are new, that are making moves? Maybe they switch their formats.
Yeah.
Their style, whatever. Who's been making moves for you as far as like you're watching them more than they used to, or they're brand new, that kind of thing?
Well, I guess ours truly here, Richie. I mean, he mentioned how he rebranded, and that's kind of like around the time that I started watching some of your stuff more. I'm trying to think of some newbies in the game, man. I don't know, man. I haven't really watched any newbies yet, or as of late. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Mayo. Appreciate it, bud.
Oh, we're 9 away from 600. Nice.
Yep.
Shout out to the chat.
Tyler guaranteed we'd be at 600. I see you, Tyler. We listed you as like a top tier Lego YouTuber. So come here.
Yeah. Well, I guess we were talking about Tyler earlier, but I mean, and it's not
Danny Bob's another good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess
we're still trying to get her on. We'll get her on one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's some I guess you can consider like rising, but not like new. So I don't know. I gotta branch out and find some new ones. I did sub to that guy you said earlier, or gal, whoever it is, but the RR Slugger. It looks like they've been around for a while though. But yeah, I just subbed to that channel. There's a couple videos I'm gonna bookmark for myself. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any rising stars.
Stud City. I think that's a good example.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess he's not like new, but
no, but he's starting to pick up steam and everything.
Yeah. Shout out to City, man. Yeah, he just hit 10K recently, so yeah. I wish Ryan was on the rise, man. I know we mentioned Monanow earlier, but God,
if that's what Ryan wanted to do and he didn't have so many other cool things happen in his life, he could be.
Oh yeah, he could be killing the game.
He could be.
He also, I think, fits in that underrated category because I feel like, even now you can go back on a lot of his stuff, and especially that freaking Boba Fett's Palace mock, man. I think blew up on the views for a reason. Richie, if you haven't seen Monanow's,
I met him when I was out there with you guys with the whole Richie thing.
Yeah,
I met Bricklock too.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to get back there to see some faces from last year.
Mayo, do you guys understand this? He's saying the problem with Stud City is his channel name has become an oxymoron.
I don't really get that, no.
I know what an oxymoron is, and I know Stud City. I don't know. Explain yourself, Mayo.
Explain yourself.
Up and coming Lego YouTubers, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I might throw Tyler Lifebricks into there because, I mean, like, granted, he's had like over 10K for a very long time now, but like
he's making a big push now.
But yeah, he is really making a big push now. I mean, I remember I was watching him for a few years, and like, it wasn't like how it is today. Like Tyler now has like he has loyal supporters now, which is awesome.
Yeah,
to see, you know.
He does.
Hey,
So
speaking of scene, sorry, Brick Scene's here. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, we were talking about you
We
earlier.
were just
Good
talking
things.
about you.
Yeah.
Good
Here's
things, we
something.
nice
promise.
to meet you.
All right.
Oh, he's also rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
rich.
a fellow rich.
There
He's
we go.
rich.
We're already friends. I
There you
never disliked you. Oh my god. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, though,
Uh-oh.
I don't even know about that. But anyway, though,
Beef. We love beef.
I like
around
Firebird a lot. Firebird Bricks. I just found him after because he commented on my Lego YouTube history video.
Yeah,
I've been watching his content. It's really good.
he was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, he does like kind of like vlog stuff, but then also like kind of some video essay. He kind of touches all the bases. So
Yeah,
I think he's blowing up. Like he's gonna probably be at 10K by Brick World. And then of
Yeah.
course BFab, he's coming back. So I'm looking forward to seeing him taking over again. So, you know, kind of like the normal crew, I guess.
Yes, Rich, it was all positive. We were talking to our new friend Richie, telling him to check you out. But I was looking, Rich, on your channel. I hadn't seen much activity. What's going on, dude? Are you taking a little sabbatical or what? What's going on?
little vacay.
Or I can DM you, but I was like, wait, I haven't seen. Because today I was like, I haven't seen a video in a while, and I look up and it's been a couple months. It seems. I'm like, geez. Anyway, I think there's a lot of Lego dudes out here just trying to come in, make some bucks, make some cookie cutter content, and that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't advise to do that unless you're really into it, because I think we've named a couple people, and not many of them are in and around. I mean, you can make bucks, sure, but you know what I mean. There's not a lot of 1 mil and 500K. I think BFab knows the stat of how many are like way up there to be considered top tier in general, not just in our space, but
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Mayo's explanation. Crystal found a working formula. I think a more appropriate name for his channel would be Stud Collection. That's certainly another direction that could go. Normally people with city in their name purely focus on their city. I don't know. I feel like he's
got to have City of Studs. That's his viewers. They're the City of Studs. I don't know.
Hey, listen, it's memorable. It works, and he didn't put brick in his name, so I mean that's nice.
Yeah, stud but no brick.
BFab.
Mayo, that's a horrible name. Oh, jeez. All right. I don't know. I think when I was going through my names earlier, I kind of named like everyone. Although I don't know if that's up and coming. I'm bad with names, so I think I just have to watch people a lot more.
Yeah, there's some that I just can't think of their name right now. Some newer ones. I gotta become a little bit more acquainted. But yeah, man. Shout out to all the up and comers, making me jealous of the days where I was posting all the time.
Hey,
you might have been on that Rising Stars list back in
not anymore.
Not too late. I remember when I met you at Brick World, you pulled out your phone and you're like, I'm like, damn, like he's 10 subs away from me. I'm like, damn, I gotta catch up. So
I know. That's
you'll be there soon. Nah,
yeah.
You got it.
It's like, I don't know. I got to 1K pretty quick just because of sheer grinding, man. I was just honestly, I went back. I don't know what. Oh yeah, I was hanging out with Lana, and she's been in some of my like random vlogs or whatever, and I clicked on one, and at the haul at the end of the vlog or whatever I had like a mini haul. I was like talking about how this is my 4th day in a row uploading, and I was like, man, those were the days. 4 days in a row, wow. So yeah, gotta get back to my old ways. I will eventually.
I was trying to do like a daily live streaming show back in the spring, and I was gonna be called the Stud Show. And what happened? Well, I ended up stopping it, thank goodness. But again, shout out to BFab. BFab, when I was at Brick World, he sat me down. He was like, Richie, you can't do this Stud Show anymore. Like your channel, like you can't just like introduce live streams to your channel, this and that. Like you gotta bring back the long form content, man. So at the end of the day, you got to put out videos that you yourself would watch, streams you yourself would watch, and you guys got to. And like, there's gonna come to a point where like I feel like you guys probably have this with your show, where like you genuinely get excited by it because you're putting out something new, something fresh, something cool. You know what I mean? Like a genuine joy comes out of it. Not to say it isn't hard or isn't tedious at points, but like if you're making something cool, like who cares if you get the recognition at first? It's going to make people are eventually going to catch on. It's only a matter of time, you know? So it's cool.
Yeah. I find that like and I'm sure you might do the same thing, but like when I edit my videos, like I almost try to put myself in a different frame of mind. Like, you know, it is, you know, in terms of, and I've talked with Shy about this, like I feel like you could go through so many drafts of editing a video and make changes almost every time you go through it. I can trim this out or put this in and that type of thing. But yeah, you kind of, you know, in terms of making stuff that you would want to watch, I try to put myself in the viewer's seat. And I learned that from, shout out to my buddy AJ, good at the House of Masks non-Lego channel. But he always, when he edits, he's always like, I always try to think about like not wasting too much of the viewer's time. You know, let's try to keep them from just scrolling through the video because there's a lot of fluff. You know, trimming the fluff is like a big thing. And there's a lot of Lego channels out there that I really appreciate a lot when they kind of get a little bit more to the point with stuff. So yeah, that's a little tidbit I can appreciate from, you know, editing videos myself when I can see someone really like have a good ratio of substance there. You know, not too much, not too little type of thing. Sometimes with like shout out to there's Shy right there. Shout out to Shy, but he's really good at like having just like real quick bits, like, you know, almost like I don't know, I'm losing the terminology here, but just like
it's like lifestyle one.
Yeah, it's like a compilation. Like sometimes I like want to see more.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you showed like
We'll
5
do like
seconds
a month.
of this place.
We'll do like a month's worth or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
that
sometimes
new vlog was great. It was like it was like long, but like it was like so entertaining. I'm like, what's coming next? Like what's coming? Even like all like the bits of him at the gym. He made it interesting. I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah.
What up, Shy?
Yeah, shout out to Shy, man.
Shy's videos are like candy, but like they're like candy, but it's like healthy. It's like a I don't know, like a health bar, you know. It's like it's not candy in the sense that it's mindless like TikTok, you know, but it's like it's that enjoyable to watch. You're like, oh, this was a pleasant 10 minutes or whatever, you know, whatever he cuts together. So
right.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into
Shy's blushing in the chat.
Yeah. Well, we've been blowing them up a bit too much lately. What are we doing here? All right. All right. Let's get into this category. This might be the last category. Lego live streamers, podcasts, whatever you want to call it. I think in the early days, Bren't was always calling this a podcast, and my buddy Shy is always like, I'll just upload it over there. But I don't know. This is such a visual medium that there's a couple that are on podcasts, and I've tried to listen, and I guess I'm informed enough to where I could listen because I'll know the set they're talking about. But I mean, I always thought this would translate better into kind of what we do, where we show the set and run some analysis and that kind of stuff. That being said, long intro aside, whatever you want to call it, dudes and gals sitting around talking about Lego. What have you been enjoying? Again, appreciate you calling us out on your video, but maybe what are some of the top tier and what are some of the other ones that you've been enjoying? Are there any new ones? And maybe give advice for what you'd like to see on something, or maybe something that's not being done yet.
When it comes to live streaming, I feel like right now it's like a really exciting time where there's so many great I mean, this is every Thursday night. Every Friday, you know, there's different people. You have Brick Adjuster with Full of Brick. You have a couple different things going on. I know Mayo is now doing his Ninjago stuff. Saturday, of course, you have a late night with Macro, and then it's, you know, quick turnaround with the, you know, Good Morning Brick World.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you have Amberlaya on Tuesdays. It's gotten to the point now where, and then, Tyler now is, well, I don't know what he did this week. He changed it up, but usually he's doing like Thursday pre ACOB, it seems.
We call him the ACOB pregame around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
but he has been telling people to come over when they're done. So we appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they are on a stream, but Cali Bricklick, I have been listening a lot as of late. And I listen on Spotify actually. I'll just put it on when I'm like,
but theirs theirs it can
It's
work
tailored
because
for it.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
because they're probably, I don't want to say they're 50% Lego, but you get what I'm saying. It's like 50% Lego, 50% just, you know, it can veer off into other topics.
Mm-hmm.
and I learned a lot when I was like
More adult. Like I
like-
said, they're like the adult stream.
exactly. Like when Danny Bob was on there, I was and of course I forgot about London Bridge. That's like Friday afternoon for all of us here in the States. But when Danny Bob, I think she was on like last week or the week before, I was like taking notes about like the shorts and like Instagram. Like you learn like Callie Bricklick is like really good to like as a Lego YouTuber, that's a really good podcast to listen to because like you know you get different people on, and then you obviously have Shy who's killing YouTube and the Plastic Architect and Ninja. So it's like you know it's like a kind of like for YouTubers by YouTubers, you know. So I like that a lot. But best Lego, I mean, honestly, like the best Lego streamers are ones that just come in and want to and do some planning, you know. I'll be honest, I was guilty of being one of those streamers that just was like, turn on the camera and let's see what happens. And while that can be entertaining sometimes, you're able to have such a successful stream just by putting in a little work. And I mean, it can be a lot of work too. I mean, granted, with you guys, I mean, this is week 76. I know you haven't had guests for all of it, but
yeah.
How many guests have you had? Like 50 probably?
Probably.
That's a lot. I mean, like
about
maybe by now it probably is easier since you have a name. But at first, trying to get someone to come on, you know, on Thursday night and specifically tailor the show to them.
Well, this late, I'll tell you. Yeah. So I've always praised the community. I was genuinely shocked, and Bren't will tell you, like in the early days on episode 2, we had Life of Lego on, who was like at the time like the devil. Like he was blowing up everybody.
I miss that guy.
And Brent's
Right.
like, and I even said to Bren't, like, I'm like, we're kind of taking a risk. I'm like, we're with nobody, with no subs. I'm like, you're kind of taking a risk having this guy on. He's got a lot of heat on him. I'm like, but I find it fascinating, and I don't give a shit what people think about us. I want to just hear his story. Anyways, but he was nice enough to come on. And if you look at the early days, man, we had nothing. We're nobodies. We're still nobodies. And people have largely been like, yeah. And I think, you know, like, yeah, I'll come on. And I think specifically, Bren't, we kind of went after people that hadn't done interviews before. Like if you notice, like our lineup, there's going to be some crossover if there isn't already with like Callie Bricklick or whoever that has people on. But yeah, I kind of was just like, this person's interesting. Oh, this guy's the top investor guy. Let's get him on, you know? And I think there was a little bit of maybe flattery on some of them because they've never asked to be interviewed. And by the way, I didn't say, hey, come join our stream, bro. I'm like, this is a show. We're going to treat it like a show. We're going to have topics and then we're going to interview you. And it's going to be, you know, not dudes sitting around building sets. Again, shout out to those guys, but that's not what this is going to be. And I think like, but yeah, I mean, I think, you know, however we get our guests, and it varies. Yeah, I mean, the reception's it's been easier, but it's also challenging because I want to get the right ones for our audience, if that makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, like, and then the other thing I'd say is because I'm based in California, you know, I have family obligations. I can't go on till 8. I feel like if we were in a place where we could 8 Pacific, which is 11 East Coast, and again, shout out to all you guys who listen live. You're maniacs, especially the ones on the East Coast.
Like me.
Like, I think if we were on at a more favorable time slot, I'm just in my head, I'm like, I don't know what that would equal to listenership, but it would go up, I think, organically quite a bit. So
yeah, we used to do 12 o'clock, like midnight East Coast.
Damn.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is our listens are about half live, and then the replay gang is super strong. So for those of you listening on replay gang, again, thanks so much for you know, I get that you can't catch it live. You got lives and obligations and sleep you need, but thanks so much for listening the next day. And I know a lot of people tune into the first half and listen to the second half. I mean, I've heard all kinds of stories. So that's really cool. The PST gang. There you go.
PST gang.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't want to like act. I don't want to like act like it's super easy to grow on YouTube or this or that. But I think I think if you're willing to be vulnerable and take a risk and really put yourself out there with your content, like what I mean, you guys like as you were saying, like you wanted to put together a show and do something different like that. Like people are, again, as I've said before, people are going to catch on. People are going to see you're doing something cool. People want to be a part of something cool, even if they don't fully acknowledge it themselves.
Yeah.
Like I know that since I've started like rebranding my channel, there have been people that I used to talk to like 4 years ago in the space that all of a sudden are like, hey man, like I just want to say like I really like that video. Like I mean, people come around. It's a cool thing. You got to have faith in the community because it's a special place.
And this seems obvious, but Tyler's like, the more legit your personality is on YouTube, the better. Dude, 100%. Like in my corporate life and on the life here, I cannot be fake. I would be further along in life as the old guy on this panel if I played the game better, at corporate and used $2 words and was suited and booted up and whatever, and I don't know, was willing to, I don't want to call it sellout because there's people, they're really into what they're doing and whatever. There's no ulterior motive here. We're here to have fun and talk about Lego amongst the boys and girls, like I said. And if people want to listen, cool, but like I can't be fake because you can tell when I'm being fake and I can tell when I'm being fake and I hate it. So I just can't do it for better or worse.
Yeah, this whole show was born off the fact that I was just doing a solo stream by myself. I used to stream like a couple nights a week, and Sean was just a regular viewer and ended up just DMing me or whatever, asked me about a Lego podcast, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And here we are 76 episodes later. Because
I saw something in Bren't from his videos and his streams. He was carrying it on his own, which I think is incredibly difficult. I've done it once or twice when I've been left in a lurch, and I have no problem just blah, blah, blah. But it's hard because I do need something to bounce off of. I will say this. I do think once you build a following, it's probably a little easier because Tyler's got a constant flow of comments and he can kind of pick out, oh, that's interesting. Let me touch on that.
Yeah.
But when you're coming up, that was the thing. I knew I needed a tag team partner that I knew would be, in the pocket with me, just going back and forth. And, this is, and we're really lucky at work because we could have done a test stream and it was dog shit and we'd have been like, okay, well,
dude, I want to listen back. I want to listen back to that test stream.
Did you?
No, I don't have a way to, but I want to.
Oh, did I block it? I did. Maybe I can get it to you. Yeah. So if we ever do get to Brent always says when we get to a Patreon, I don't know if that's happening, but if we ever do, that'll be the first release, is the only unaired episode where it's just Brent and I think we did an hour, Brent, with no one listening and no one would ever see it. Yeah. And we were both at the end like, did that feel good? And we were like, yeah, it felt great. All right, let's run it. And that was it, man. That was did a test show. I mainly just to check the gear and everything and see if it came out all right, And if you watch it now, we're both like big head mode and like,
oh, I know, we're like zoomed
no
in,
graphics, no intro.
Yeah.
The intro was kind of by accident. I don't know. I try to add a little bit of sizzle, and now people like talk about the intro and stuff, but it just because people are like, wow, crazy intro. I'm like, shouldn't shows have an intro? Like, but if you listen to smart Lego YouTubers, I don't know if it was Shy most recently, but they're like, do a 2-second thing, a little jingle or something and get rolling, like they do a quick little intro of their show. But I'm like, I don't know. I think for a live stream, I want to have something play out for a minute so everybody can get in the chat and get rolling,
Well, give like you, it's like kind of like a 5-minute screen, like we'll be on in 5 minutes, but without having a 5-minute screen. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, like we're giving like people like 3 minutes to join, but we're not just like sitting there with a blank screen saying like stream starting in 3 minutes, So it's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing it so long now, it'd be weird if we didn't. There are times when like Sean can't be here and he has like the board or whatever, so he's got all the 1s and 2s over there. So I'll like play our intro song off of like a speaker and but like we'll do that for like
it's in here now, by the way, with this paid version.
Oh yeah. Now we're
I said when we hit 500, I'd spring for the good StreamYard. I don't even know if StreamYard's the best. We'll figure it
How
out.
much is paid StreamYard nowadays?
We got the middle one. I think it's 30 or something.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not outrageous, but it's not nothing, So I'm just like,
exactly.
that's a little set, a month,
Yeah. But
That is
like-
actually a little three. Damn, man.
Yeah. So, all right, who else is out there? So I think we got Kelly Bricklick.
Rich Brickstein, his streams are sick.
Who's coming back? He did. I was DMing with him. He's just taking a little time out. He'll be back though. He's really good. Trying to think.
Hive streams, just like
Hive streams are good.
Oh yeah.
I think Macro, and not just because we're buds with him, but like his Saturday shenanigans is like the best version of the dude sitting around and building stuff.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Just because I don't know if you guys are big like wrestling fans, but it's like the Royal Rumble where that's the match where two guys start and every 2 minutes or whatever a new guy gets in there. And that's what it feels like with some of his stuff is like he'll invite me, I'll go in for a little bit, and then while I'm there, someone will drop, but then another one comes in. And I like that like the cast is kind of moving. So for that style, I like it.
Yeah. I've had some really fun
Fool podcast. I'm not sure what that one is.
A Fool? Huh. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. No, I had like Jennifer and Lana
Shy recommends you listen to Stud Buds.
Who's that with?
Stud Buds.
It's like a gang of TikTokers. I can't
it's
really.
The TikTok guys. Mellish. I will say on there, Bricking Up Brad, who's on there. If you're into Castle, he's been doing some good stuff on Castle. Yeah, and I think he just had Shy on, so you should go watch that. It was a good show. Let's see. I got some knockoff wrestler minifigure. Well, you know what I mean. So like the show is just a revolving.
Oh yeah, I've had some fun times on Saturday Night Shenanigans for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. $50 a month for StreamYard to get 1080p is crazy. Yeah, Tyler, most people are watching it on their phone, and this is crisp enough for what we're doing here, I think. So,
as long as the duck is gone, right?
Yeah, right. We wanted to get rid of the duck. Really, I need to play with the backgrounds. There's so much, there's so much stuff I'd like to do. Building with buds. That's another one that's a pretty good. If you're gonna watch guys sit around and build, building with buds is pretty cool. Any other ones? And again, I apologize if I missed anybody.
That's as many as I can think of.
God, Good Morning Brick World. If we didn't say that, you guys should watch that for sure.
Oh, of course.
Good Sunday morning staple. Goes without saying.
Oh yeah.
Good Morning Brick World for sure.
That post.
I think it's because you said Hive Stream, and I'm like, we covered it, but yeah, Good Morning Brick World.
That post Good Morning Brick World depression is real though. Like after Good Morning Brick World ends, and it's like, oh, it's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting the Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday scary start right after that.
Right after. Oh yeah.
Brick Bods we're seeing out there. We're checking out A Fool podcast.
This just turned into a shout. This just turned into a shout out video.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Hey, we don't do enough of that. I'm guilty of it. Listen, I want to put more out there. We're not great at it. We just kind of do our show, head down kind of stuff. But
right.
I feel by the end of 23, the Lego community norm will go back to regular content. How many Yoda death sounds and cursed Lego minifigures can human society take in 1 year?
The Yoda death sound. Yeah, it's a commonly used thing at this point.
What do you mean by regular content though? Like reviews? What does he mean? What do you mean?
I guess away from like the Mr. Beastie kind of thing. I think it was mentioned earlier, like the Mr. Beast kind of style thing.
Yes, please. I hope so.
Yes, I won't have to edit my videos so much.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
It's like anything in life. Used in moderation, it is fine.
Yeah.
And I would tell you if you were driving me nuts, but you are using it in moderation. You're not doing jump cuts every 10. I was going to say 10. It's not 10 seconds. It's 1 second. These guys are like word, picture, word.
New sound.
Yeah, it's just like long form TikTok, a lot of that stuff. And I get it. It's working. It's getting the views. They're playing the game correctly. There's just no meat on the bone. There's no heart. There's no like you leave that again. You talk about candy. That's what that stuff is. It's candy. Looks good, tastes good. I guess you don't really regret it after because you're not literally eating candy. Well, you might when you. I hear there is TikTok regret. I know when people are like, "Yeah, man, I laid down, I was watching it 2 hours later." Like there's that kind of regret. And what did you really get from it? And really, my biggest issue is the copycat. Like I said, the copycat stuff. Like, man, because these guys aren't getting credit for it, you know. And I hate that trends are a thing. When I hear that trends are a thing, I run from it. I'm like, oh, everybody else is doing this. Get me out of here, man.
Yeah,
like we're dabbling in shorts a little bit, but that's just like news, you know. Like, oh, this leak came out.
Exactly.
You know?
And you do your own twist to it. You know, like you guys do the zoom ins.
Yeah, but somebody was being a dick the other day.
Yeah, and you guys both replied. And you're like, yeah, we do some zooming in over. I love that. That was great.
Oh yeah, this guy goes, wow, you can zoom in. I was like, we zoom hard, and then Brent's like, yeah, we're the king of the zooms.
Oh yeah, that freaking guy.
But my twist is my giant head just yelling something and then starting the video. I don't know,
dude. Zoom ins when put in properly, like the other day when I was watching one of my older vlogs that Lana was in, we were just messing around watching that. I'm going through Cole's like filming. I'm like looking for like Looney Tunes CMFs or something, and I go past a mirror real quick, and like I went back and like zoomed in on my dumb face with my phone out, and I like did something stupid. Yeah, a crucial zoom in a tasteful zoom in is crucial. You know, you gotta make fun of yourself a little bit. Like I love making fun of myself when I edit. Like when I'm making videos, especially when I say something stupid.
I'm not trying to be like judgy wudgy over here. I'm sure there's people out there who can't stand me, and that's fine. You know, it's okay. Can't please everyone. I'm just saying, for me, what I like is just be original. And I know that's such a cliche thing to say, but for the love of God, be original. But don't be so original the way you're boring. Just, you know, if you don't have the big personality and you don't want to show your face on camera, then you got to have the mad skills to edit and keep everybody entertained, right? It's everything's a lever. It's all levers, and it's all using whatever you got, you know, to put out the best you can do. And I wanted to say something better there, but it's kind of like use what brought you to the dance and keep learning and keep growing and stuff. And it's like everybody says, I think M&R, everybody that's successful is like, your first videos will be terrible. Your first streams will be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they are. But it's so cool to look back at. I think they're hilarious now when I look back at it.
Oh yeah, my first couple videos, like I'm not even all the way in the frame. I'm like filming the video like this, and like half my head's like cut off, like that type of thing. So no, it's definitely interesting to look back, and you know, you got to see the progression. You know, you don't want your videos to be exactly the same as they were 5 years ago. You know,
so Tyler, why is it okay for TD Bricks? What are you saying here? Like he clearly is doing Mr. Beast, right? So it's okay because he's the first in Lego to do it. I'm not being. What are you saying here?
Yeah, he did like
because he did pivot hard. And he made the switch, and he did do it for view. And again, like this is not hate. I'm happy for the dude. He's killing it. It's not for me, but it's like it's clear what the model was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know who I like? Who's like teetering on that, but not quite, is Half Asleep Chris. Have you guys seen him?
Yeah, he's always in my feed.
He is awesome. Half Asleep Chris.
It's another one I gotta look up right now.
He doesn't just do Lego. He does big videos. You'll love it, Brent. He does really cool stuff. Like he builds trains all around his house and like roller coasters all around his house, and he does big fat videos.
Oh my God, he's got 2 million.
Yeah, he's beastie, but he's not beastie. Like,
damn, dude. That's crazy. That's a lot for a Lego channel, man. 2 million? That is like a lot. That's like more than Beyond the Brick type of numbers.
He's really good. Half Asleep Chris. That's kind of teetering in that. but I get it, but like they say, like, all artists take from existing, like, look, I wasn't the first guy to put a theme song on the front of the show. You know what I mean? Like, I get
Right.
that everybody borrows stuff, but when it's like so blatant,
Oh, I
it's
did.
like, I'm
I did
dating
want-
myself, but like when Backstreet and NSYNC came out back in the day, you guys might even
Yeah.
remember this stuff. There was 5,000 other boy bands, but I'm just saying, like, it's following the money.
I did watch this
There you go.
video of his where he says I built 100 Lego sets. Like I think he literally builds like it's like a whole vlog of him building literally 100 Lego sets, and like by the time he's like to like the 90th one, he's like, yeah, I'll admit once I got past this number, I was pretty much tired of touching Lego, but he'd like throw a microfighter in. He's like, listen, I know a couple of these are microfighters, but we're talking about 100 Lego sets. I had to help myself out a little bit.
I think when it comes to content in the community, I think especially as the Lego community grows and gets bigger, right? I think that a lot of us are going to start to become influenced by YouTubers that aren't making Lego content, right? So you can say, oh, like Sacred and TD, again, these guys have been like Sacred Bricks. I found out about him in like 2018. Like he's been doing mocks for years. It just like in the last like year and a half, he tried out a new editing style. Same with like TD and stuff, right? Like they had an outside influence, right? Or like BFAB, and like I know he watches him, but like I watch Sunny V2. He makes documentaries. Like he's an outside influence, right? Like I think it's okay if you're getting an outside influence, but I think we might maybe start to have a problem a little bit if people start to try to like kind of chase the trends of people that maybe had outside influences. At least that's kind of what I see. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I knew what I was going to say, but then I was like, wait a minute, this makes no sense.
It's all good.
It makes sense to me, right? It's like
I do that.
I'll probably make a video about this. I'll write a whole essay and then I'll put it into a video.
All right, on what? On the Beast of Lakes or what?
Not the Beast of Lakes, maybe just like the
Beast of
evolution
Lakes.
of content in the community and like kind of like where we're getting influenced by, and like maybe like advice to upcoming YouTubers, like, be influenced by maybe like your favorite non-Lego YouTuber, like try to bring something different, but that kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Half for Sleep Chris, is he a Lego channel? Some of his videos are Lego. No hate, I enjoy some of them. And then someone kind of said he jumped on the Lego bandwagon. Yeah, I don't know if he is or not. I just enjoy, I guess they said he got famous because of his cats and then started making Lego videos. Either way, like I like watching his I guess I'm a rides guy. You guys know that. I'm a theme park guy. Like he makes big crazy train sets and roller coaster sets. So for me, like I think it's cool. And like I said, he's snappy, but not like annoyingly so, at least for me, as far as like
yeah. Yeah, he does seem very cat heavy. And I guess I didn't realize how many cat videos he had.
That German city builder is incredible. Not sure who that is. Have you seen the I think it's Craggle something. He has a Disney World. Have you seen this, Richie? He's got like a flat out Craggle Creations.
Okay. No, I'm not.
Check him out. Look that up. Subdo it. It sounds like you're a Disney guy. So he built flat out Magic Kingdom, like all of it, all the rides, the hotels around it. Pretty crazy. That's just a mock. It's not. I know we were just talking about stream.
This guy's mad underrated.
He is. He's coming on. We're gonna get him.
There was somebody at Brick World last year had like a big like Magic Kingdom, and for a second Sean thought like that was this the guy, but it was somebody else. It was still really cool though.
It was cool. It was just small.
Yeah.
Compared to what this guy has. He already built Tron that just opened.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, man. Gosh. He's on top of things.
Brick Crafts for Best Lego City. This is fun. This is educational. A lot of people see Brick Crafts. All right.
Yeah, I need more Lego channels to look at because I always I end up watching like the same few.
All right. One other topic I wanted to touch on as far as State of Lego YouTube. Lego hauls. I've been hearing complaints about that. But I think this is something, we touched on stuff that's stretching across all niches and all that stuff and genres and whatnot. What are you guys' thoughts on Lego hauls? Brent, do you like them? Do you not like them? Does it depend?
I think I have to say that I like them a little bit because I'm definitely guilty of like doing some myself.
We had a weekly pickups thing. We're gonna get back to that, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I always felt for myself like the reason why I would do like a haul at the end of a vlog or something like that was just so people knew what I was going to be building in streams and stuff like that, because that was at least my concept behind it. Because back, especially like before we started doing this every week, like I would always build something like once or twice a week. So in my head, I'm like, well, I'll do a haul.
Hold on, Shy's like, when did you stop doing them? What, a month ago? Like,
they really do. That's another reason why I did them too, is because like if you put a bunch of Lego bags or boxes or something in a thumbnail and title it like massive Lego haul or whatever, like it
and they put
works.
The dollar number, right? Shy's hauls reminded me I was poor, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's funny.
Reminded me I was poor.
Richie, what's your take on Lego hauls?
They're but they're not as bad as reviews. So, but that's
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. The death of reviews.
Yeah, let's touch on reviews a little bit.
Hold on a second. Let me get my thought on Lego hauls.
Lego hauls, they're good supplementary content. You know, post them as a short, put them on your community tab, put them on your Instagram. Maybe don't make a full YouTube video, but you can still throw them up somewhere. I do like hauls in one sense though. If it's like a part of like a project or kind of like
yes, yep.
If you are getting a haul for your mock, or like Shy's in the chat, so if he's getting a haul for his army, it's special. It adds to the story. You know what I mean? It's a part of the journey. But if you're just getting a haul because whatever,
it's January 1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but see, I think it's okay as long as it's not a flex in the sense that like I get that people want to live through someone else's eyes or whatever, and for some people they like watching haul videos, and sadly that might be as close to what they get. So it's aspirational, I think, for some people. But I think if it's like certainly part of a project, or certainly like everybody knows I'm a Disney guy or whatever, and everybody now knows that you want the train and the castle. If they know it's something you've been after, see, that's a cool video where you almost have like a tear in your eye as the creator or the viewer, because you're like, man, I know Richie's wanted that castle he's been talking about it since before he had pubes, and he's I don't know, you're 22, you've wanted this thing for
I'm only 20.
All right.
I'm a young guy still. I'll be 21 at Brickworld though, so I'm not saying anything, but we'll be 21 at Brickworld.
Let's go. It's on. It's on. I saw the Coke. We'll replace that with some Coors Latte. But no, but you know what I mean? If there's a cool story, and then guilty of it. Shy and I did a January 1st video. I thought that was an innocent haul video. We weren't in your face. I didn't put a number on there, but I get it. Those guys are just playing the game. But it was a meetup. It was,
and we're getting Lego.
But I can do this without pointing to what I do. I can do this without pointing what I do. My point is like, it's part of the game though. When you show, here's Tyler. We had to invite him in there. He was having too many comments. No, but like, what was I saying? If that's your whole thing though, is like putting $1,000 or whatever in the thumbnail and like, here's what I got today. It's like, that's lame, I think. But yeah, if it's part of if you go to Legoland and then at the end of the video in the hotel, you show the pickups and it's stuff that's, you can only get there. Cool. But
right.
I don't know, the haul stuff, little heavy handed. And then you got these jerks that like get stuff early and they show it off like it's a haul. Oh, there he is. Hey, Tyler, what's going on, man?
Yo, can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm trying to fix my mic. Is my audio really bad right now?
Go back to your boobs. No. You go. Oh, sorry.
Little unbutton.
Yeah. You want us to all unbutton here? What's happening?
Dude, next time we have Tyler
you got the
on.
Costanza, the no man's land button. Yeah.
Next time we got Tyler on, we all got to wear flannels.
Yes.
Whole squad.
By the way, I appreciate you keeping the hair, Tyler. I hope I had a little part in that.
Well, hey, I mean, I'm rocking a mullet now. I got the sides down.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
you gotta
It looks
trim
so
down a
much
little
better
bit.
than what it was. Like,
No, I like any version of his hair. It's fantastic. I just told him to keep it long.
I'm liking this a lot personally, man. I'm loving this. I'm gonna keep this, I think.
Yep,
Oh, you
you
got
should.
to.
It's rad. All right, so I brought you in because I want it's easier than over chat. I don't know. Do you have a take on hauls, and then we'll go back to what you were saying earlier. What are your thoughts on hauls?
Well, first off, I mean, out of
Situations.
1,700 videos on my channel, about 350 of them are hauls. So, I liked hauls at one point, but surprisingly, I mean, look, I haven't done a haul video in like about a year and a half or so. Like, they've definitely, I feel like to a point, it's just like, I feel like people kind of got out of it. I agree with Richie. It's something, hey, just post it on the Instagram story, put up a community post. At the end of the day, like, I used to even just post like clearance hauls. It's one thing to maybe do like a big clearance haul to let people know, like maybe go check out this store.
Well, it's informative.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, but if you're just like, I agree when you were bringing up some of that land stuff. I mean, look, yeah, no hate to the land guys. I mean, it's not hating them personally, but like when they put oh yeah, I'm gonna open up a brown box just to say and make a video and get views on the fact I have the set in hand, but no, I can't even review it for 3 weeks. Don't worry. But I just want to make a video, get my 20,000 views and show you guys the outer edge of the box that I can touch with my hands, and you guys can see on Instagram posts just fine. But I just want to flex that I have it early. Like, I hate that. Like, it's one thing, sure, review the set a couple weeks early. That's one thing. You have it, you're gonna give information, show stuff up close. But just unboxing a land set from a cardboard box, I can't get it behind it. I hate that.
Richie hates it so much he bounced. He just can't take it.
I mean, he's getting so frustrated with me talking about it. He had to leave.
Tyler's epic haul. Well, I guess and BFAB maybe chime in here too. I think also if you really like the person, maybe you're fine with them doing hauls too. That's another thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point.
Like, if their whole persona is based on look what I can buy, like that's lame, right? But I do feel like when you do your hauls on clearance, City does his. He's always, again, it's part educational. It's not a flex. And in fact, he's like, I only bought this because it was $12 or whatever. It's like, how do you blame? How's that a flex? It's like,
No,
I got an incredible deal. I hope my friends get one too. Like, that's fine.
I mean, it's literally the opposite of a
I hope
flex.
I'm not coming off as judgy. Again, I'm just saying what I like to watch. It doesn't mean that's what everybody else likes to watch. It's just what I like to watch.
Yeah. It's literally the opposite of a flex too, because I mean, it's literally I only paid $10 for the set, not 60. I only had $10 in my pocket, not the $60.
I love hauls so much, especially like a good M&R haul or a random person's brick fair haul, but land member hauls. Yeah. Again, M&Rs are cool, right? Because he finds like, a one of one New York Yoda or whatever, you know what I mean? Like he finds all kinds of stuff. So like, yeah, that's cool. And what the hell else is he supposed to buy at this point? Right. It's like, he's got all the sets. Wanted to go back to what we were talking about earlier. Can you just clarify? I couldn't really completely grab what you were saying with TD Bricks. I forget what the exact comment is, but if you remember, what was
well, okay, so I guess just really quickly, I mean, looking back to kind of just better phrase that comment. I mean, I think it's just more so, I understand TD Bricks did not innovate, that type of content as a whole, but I appreciate and I can respect, those like first couple people that did it for the Lego community. That's one thing. Because again, like if they would have only been getting 5,000 views a video, we all know dang well 95% of these other people would not be doing that content now. So I can appreciate they started that and took that kind of jump, took that risk, and had success with it. I can respect that. But a lot of these people that are now just going into it, clearly, I mean, there's 5 or 6 big names that have gone from, kind of the average, regular, content, kind of just doing their own thing, pretty much being themselves, to literally making that hard cut switch on doing these, Mr. Beast style videos where you can just tell, look, I mean, if TD Bricks again was only getting 10K views, they wouldn't be doing it. And I feel like that's just kind of a sign of, I'm not going to say like lack of respect I feel for those people, but it's definitely just one of those things like, okay, like now I feel like I can't even watch these people because like, is it even really them? Like, or are they just genuinely doing these, for the 100,000 view mark instead of just getting 10,000?
Right.
So that's kind of my thing on that. Like TD Bricks, I can respect. He took the jump and it worked for him. These other people, though, I can't get behind it. Doesn't mean I hate them as people, but I just can't get behind their choice.
Got it. Yeah, and it's kind of like third generation beasting. It's like he was the first to do it for Lego, and now it's like they're like a watered down TD Bricks who was doing a beast thing.
Well, yeah, I mean it's been going through like 7 filters. Yeah, I mean,
right.
That's
again, you guys are young, but it was like when you used to record on VHS. and used to burn copies. By the time it got to you, like you couldn't even watch the thing because it was so or like clones defects, right?
Yeah. The Bad Batch, bro. This new group of these Mr. Beast Lego guys are just the Bad Batch.
There you go.
So Tyler,
thank you.
Now
Better
now
tie-in.
we're able to kind of clarify that. So I think I kind of see your point. I kind of agree. It's kind of like it's one thing if you were the one that kind of brought Lego content for like we're inspired by non-Lego content to bring that kind of content into the space.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing if you're kind of copying or being, inspired by the people that did innovate, that did bring that content over.
Since one's an inspiration and one's just like a direct copy. TD Bricks took inspiration because Mr. Beast has only done like one Lego video ever, and it was like building the house out of the big Lego, like Duplo.
Yeah.
It's not even the same stuff, but so TD Bricks again took that leap. He took that risk. Hey, am I going to get views? Am I not? And are people going to not like me for this? It worked for him, but again, now people are just fundamentally copying him like to a T, pretty much, which that takes no skill,
Exactly. And I do like how you do give the credit and the props because again, like looking back now, it's like, yeah, why didn't anyone do that before? Like what, like duh, of course that would be a success. But again, TD was already established when he started making that kind of content. I mean, maybe like, as like Bren't said, like 30, 40K.
Was even more
a sizable amount. He was taking a risk there.
Yeah, because if he would have been doing that for a couple months and then 20,000 people were like, what's this guy doing? Unsub from him. I mean, that's his career gone.
Exactly.
So he took even a bigger risk and then say a new guy with only 50 subs.
Absolutely. Oh no, Brent, you're muted.
My fault. I forgot my mic was above my head.
Have you been muted the entire 20 minutes? Because now that Richie says that, I've not heard you for like 20 minutes, Brent.
Yeah.
My bad, guys. But no, to circle back to like personality being like a big factor. Like I really liked him because of his humor. Like he would generally make me laugh, and this was before he was doing like beastie type of stuff. So
you're talking about TD Bricks, right? Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like his humor and kind of like, it wasn't like too much humor to where it was like forced or anything like that. And it wasn't like over the top, but his subtle humor that he would put in there, that's what I really liked a lot. But I don't know if it's like the algorithm, but like it's weird that I haven't really seen like a bunch of his like new stuff show up in my feed.
His stuff's not really pushed to me. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, he's only doing, I think in the past 3 months, he's only done 2 or 3 videos, I believe. He took like a month break. He almost took all of January off, I think. I think he even said like, he did that huge like giving away $10,000 of Lego, opened up a free Lego store video. And then I think he actually took all of January off just to kind of probably, reset the mood a little bit and then come back with one. So I think he's only uploaded a little bit. That's probably why you've been seeing him.
Yeah. So, were we going to cover, Sean, before we're completely off of Lego YouTube? Are we going to cover, Firebird said, Brent's because you're above the age of 12. But no, are we going to cover how we all feel about reviews?
Sure.
We don't have to. We can skip it. I don't care.
Well, we can talk about reviews if you guys are down.
Oh, listen, this is state of Lego YouTube. It's a thing. Just to set the table, it sounds like, and they're being quite vocal about it. Some of the top tier creators are saying, like, I don't want to do reviews anymore. They're lame. I'm guessing because it doesn't. Based on some of them, I'm guessing because it's not getting views. Yeah. But I also know that they're cumbersome. If you want to do them right, they're difficult. They're time consuming. Yada yada yada. They might not enjoy doing them, so they're like, "Why do I want to do?" Do you know what I mean? There's too many check boxes of why you shouldn't do them. That's kind of the general sentiment. We'll throw it around the room. But since I'm talking, for me, real quick, there's only a couple that do it really well, and what pops off to me is, Jang. I mentioned it earlier, and I know it's not for everybody. And then Josh builds stuff. I'll watch it. Now, when I say Jang, I got to be interested in the set. I'll watch all of Josh's reviews, even if I don't care about the set. That's how. Yeah. But it takes a real special person for me to go like, all right, I'll watch this review.
Yeah, Josh could be he could be reviewing like a 4+ random Ninjago set, and I'd be like, wonder why he's reviewing this. Click.
And again, it doesn't mean that if I like the person's other stuff, I'll watch their reviews too, just to clarify. But like an all reviews channel, and again, not blowing you up because you're here, Tyler, but like when you ran through your sets, it's like the personality's there, da 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 da. You don't take forever. You run through your sets and whatever, you know the guy. It's like your buddy telling you about a set, which is ideally what you want to have the relationship be between, whether you actually know them or not. That's the relationship you want to like forge, reach out and grab your viewers, right? So that works for me too. Just to clarify, it doesn't mean those are the only two reviewers that I like to watch. Brent, what is your take?
You want me to go for it? Okay. Yeah. So I feel I started my channel off just doing reviews. I've always watched reviews. I don't really know. I guess for me, like, reviews don't seem quite as tired to me because I've really only, I came out of my dark age in like 2019 fully. So for me, like, well, even, let's say a little bit before that, we'll say like 2018. So like at that point, I was fresh, new to Lego YouTube. I didn't even know people were doing reviews. So for me, it's like, oh wow, I can take a full in-depth look at a $200 set that I'm unsure about and see what this person feels about it. So I still find myself watching them, especially if it's like a theme that I don't get it enough. Like with Star Wars stuff, I kind of know what to expect, but like especially with like Monkey Kid and other themes that I don't buy consistently, that's when I feel like, I want to go and watch and look up those reviews. And even too, like, if you look at somebody like Jang or someone who's been doing reviews for a long time, if it's a retired set that you're about to drop mad money on, like, and you really want to make sure that you like it, then it can be useful then. But I also on the other side of the page, I also understand why people avoid them like the plague, because it's kind of a spoiler. If you really want to keep all of the surprises and building techniques, like you don't want it to be spoiled. So I get it, but I'm always going to be watching them. Excuse me. And I don't know, I'm a fan of them, but I also understand how they can be very boring, and that's why someone like Josh Builds Stuff, who makes it funny and entertaining rather than like, this is the first time we've seen this mold in this color. It's and like, and going some people want that though. So yeah.
No, I agree.
So that's where I'm at with that. I like them, but I understand the other side of the coin.
Another one called out that I totally agree with, Tommy C. Bricks. I like his.
Oh yeah, I don't know how we didn't mention Tommy C. Bricks.
Yep. All right, we'll pass the mic to Richie. Your thoughts on Lego reviews?
Yeah, in the last year, I've watched last 12 months, I've watched 2 Lego reviews, literally 2. One of them was, I think it was your review of the TIE Bomber, Tyler, because I had to support, and plus you were the first to do it. And also, I had no clue that set was coming out, so I see your video, like first review. I'm like, I didn't even know this set was coming out, and it's the first review, so I got to support. But other than that, it was Mr. Source's review of Anakin's Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptor, Jedi Starship. But before that, I mean, it had literally been years since I last watched a Lego review. Again, there are probably people that do them great, but for me, for someone that's been around this long, as I talked about my Lego YouTube history video, when I came onto the scene, at least, that's what everyone was doing. Everyone was doing reviews. It was the content, right? So even though people are talking about new sets and they're bringing new ways of doing reviews, right? I'm sorry, I'm just burnt out of it. Yeah, no offense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
But I can't do it.
Something Mayo mentioned, and I agree with it. I got to that point, was like, you don't want to necessarily spoil it, right? Because sometimes we like to be surprised and delighted, like, oh, look at that Easter egg. If it's already spoiled, it's like kind of gone. So I agree with that.
Right.
Why 0937 brought up technical reviews, which I guess is what we'd call Jang. Thank you for giving it a term. Tiago and Racing Bricks, they do good stuff. I agree with that. Especially if you're into vehicles. Racing Bricks is, probably the best at it.
Yeah.
Speed Champs, girthy Technic sets, that kind of stuff. think he's land though, so he does other stuff too as well. But he's pretty good as far as those things go. All right, and we'll pass the mic to Tyler. What do you think about reviews?
So growing up, of course, I watched him a bunch. I watched the Brick Show. I watched David, Jang Bricks, even the Brick Queen. Like, I feel like reviews really were a big thing 10 years ago. It was really kind of the foundation. But nowadays, again, I won't go too much. I think we all know. I don't trust any of the lands people's opinions. So I've never watched a review from them. Like, I just don't care to. And again, like they're never going to point out a negative, so I'm not going to watch them. And then, so at that point, pretty much the only person I ever watch is just Jang Bricks. I watch maybe like 5 reviews a year, I'd say. And whenever I do, I search up the set number and I instantly look for that Jang Bricks thumbnail. I look for him and I click on it right away. That's genuinely it, though. Other than that, just truthfully not. I think you're all right with, Jang Bricks really, usually on like the Ninjago Dragons, before I build one, I'll actually catch his review like right before I build it, or almost as I'm building it. Like I'll catch because his reviews are like 20 minutes long, and just kind of, he's just chilling and just showing us everything. And as I'm building it, I'll watch it, and that's basically it. I think Jang really is, again, maybe not the most fast paced editing, maybe retention wise, he's not going to hold everyone for the whole 20 minutes, but I do think Jang is probably the best at physically reviewing the product. If you want to sit there for 20 minutes and get the full, as Sean would say, get underneath the backside of the dragon's legs, make sure, check out the dragon's toes, like Jang.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's my opinion on reviews. And of course I make them myself. Like I think as a content creator, I think it's pretty easy to say, like, and it's no disrespect to anyone. I mean, if you're trying to build a channel off of only reviews, I just don't think that works in 2023. I just don't. I think it's one of those things where you throw them in, of course. I think every channel's got your, 10% of your audience that like probably genuinely cares about your opinion, kind of no matter who you are. Or like if you want to throw in a review out there, of course, it's going to get much lower view count. But if you really want to have those, core audience members get your opinion, then sure, upload it. But I highly doubt it's going to bring any new traffic to your channel, unless you're, of course, like, not even just me. There's plenty of other people too that get, sets a month early that aren't land. Land, of course, has that, luxury. But I mean,
downstairs one.
I know there are quite a few people that other than me that don't watch land people. So if you're a non-land guy, you find a set in a month early, then of course make a review on it. But other than that, I don't think reviews are kind of the move anymore on YouTube.
Yeah.
Kind of want to piggyback off that real quick. I kind of like what you were saying, Tyler, about how like you can't really build a channel off reviews anymore nowadays. I think if you already have an established fan base and that review fits your niche, then it could work. Like with you, like you do like what 5 to 7 day videos a week of Lego Star Wars content. So you reviewing a new Lego Star Wars build, that's gonna satisfy your niche, right? But you're not just throwing reviews at the wall, hoping they'll stick. You know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not doing random themes. Yeah. What I will say though, and this is just the truth of it. I mean, like say even like especially like these Cody and Rex helmets. Like if I would have had to get these on March 1st, I would have not done a review on it. Like it just it doesn't make. I would have bought them either way, but then at that point, just my time of making the review, I don't edit a whole bunch, but still, it's probably still a 2-hour process all in all. To make a video, and then also just fundamentally look like they already kind of did poorly on my channel as is, because of the land guys. I mean, they only got 4,000 or 5,000 views instead of 10,000 views, which is still I'm not ungrateful for it, but it just goes to show like, look, I mean, imagine on March 1st, I mean, it would have not even got 2,000 views. It's like, from a financial standpoint and even just from a point of, I don't know, almost just seeing those 1,000 view videos on my channel mixed in there. It's like, I don't know, it's not worth it. I think, so.
Yeah. The only reason like this is in, 2021 or so, or whenever I started my channel, but the only reason I really kicked it off with reviews is because I literally got lucky enough to go into a Kohl's and find sets 2 weeks early. Like I just stumbled upon. But that's really kind of the bread and butter. It's got to be early or a really old set. You know what I mean?
Or a big channel to begin with, or a Jang that literally, that literally, first off, you're going to be top on the search results anyway, if you're a big channel like that. And second off, you got your core fan base that, you're going to have those 20, 30,000 views, no matter if you review a Friends Polybag or the Lord of the Rings set, like Jang will get that view, those views.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And this is like something I tried to point out on my Lego YouTube history video was the fact that, like, again, the early days, like when Tyler, like, back in the day, Brick Queen, Brick Show, they were all reviews, right? But then, you look at the current crop, like Just Too Good. Just Too Good, obviously, he built his channel off reviews, but you look at his most popular videos, they're his Lego lists, his CMF draft videos. Like, starting in like mid to like late 2010s, it became reviews are more of a supplement. They weren't kind of like the way you grew your channel. It was more so, hey, help you build your video catalog, but they aren't going to blow you up. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Worst reviewers.
Yeah, so BFAB was like worst. Oh, I think he said worst Lego YouTubers, but I've decided to do category worst reviewers. That's definitely us. Here's our reviews. Man, that's sick. Look at the butt on that. Da 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 da. Like we don't really do reviews. I think we just kind of zip through screen share Lego, but sometimes I'll watch it back and I'm like, we really said nothing of any value there other than us like drooling over, which I think is okay if you're seeing it live the first time, but like there's no, like, wow, that was an amazing build, yada yada yada. We don't use any of those buzzy reviewer terms. So I think we're the worst reviewers of
give us a little more credit, maybe.
At least you guys aren't tryhards, right?
Oh yeah. None of that. We look at the picture and I go, I'm pretty snap judgment. I like it. I don't like it. Like,
see, I got one quick thing involved in what you just said there too, Sean, about the when you see like the leaked images or the official images drop. I mean, I'm personally that guy where, look, I mean, 99% of the time, I mean, I can decide right then after 5 seconds looking at the picture, like it's one thing to say, yes, I will look for this when it comes out. Like I plan on buying this or not. There's a few sets that I see like, all right, look, this is day one. I'm a Star Wars guy, so Star Wars sets are day one. But say like the Speed Champions, it's like I'll probably buy them day one, but like nonetheless, I knew right when I saw them, like I will be buying these. Like I don't need to watch a review. Like there's nothing that's going to sway my opinion. Like say like on the Lord of the Rings, really quick. Like I've never watched Lord of the Rings, so my first judgment is like, okay, the set looks cool, but I'm not buying that no matter
not
what.
For you, right?
But and it's like I'm not going to watch. That's one of those things. I'm not going to watch Jang review it, and he's not going to convince me to spend $500. It's my choice to go watch the movies for the first time and make my own judgment call after, but that's all up to me. It's really up to the individual person to decide, are you going to be buying it or not? And instead of kind of getting some of these random opinions that don't know your full situation,
Yeah, no, I agree. But here's one thing I'll challenge you on that snap judgment, because it happens to me. Not challenge you, but like ask you to think about this. How many times though is when you first see it, you're like, you might say it's not for me. Okay, what am I saying? It's something you should be interested in, but you're like disappointed in it. Like at first glance, I'll admit, like TIE Bomber, when I first saw it, I think I said on the show, I'm like, it's too small. I don't love it. Now I love it because I really took a look at it. You got the hype up and whatever. I saw it in person. My point is like, I need to be careful with some of the stuff I say on here, like, don't like it, because I don't know, a week or two later, you know how it is, man. Like, it's like listening to a song the first time. You didn't know Who Let the Dogs Out was a hit.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm doing these purposefully really old things with these young guys. My point is like, but after you hear it a few times, you're like, it's pretty good. And then another conversation I had with Shy was like, and I hope he doesn't mind me doing a little behind the scenes stuff, but we were out there doing that January 1st vid, like even in line, he's like, and he says it actually, this is public information. In the vlog, he's like, what are you getting today? Even though I already knew, and he's like, oh, I'm getting the modular, even though I don't like it. Yeah. And, he's like, because I have to, because, he's the modular guy and he has them all and he just has to. Right. But one of the things I said that I'm pretty sure wasn't on the video, I'm like, dude, you know how this goes. I'm like, you're going to start staring at it. You're going to start looking at things and realizing like, oh, that Easter egg, we talked about Easter eggs. Oh, that's cool. And then you heard the story behind, not everybody loved the pizza portion of it because it looked like a Friends set. But then there's people going, you know what, though? It's not bad because at least it contrasts and da-da-da-da-da. My point is like, we're all susceptible to that snap judgment, which hot takes, are everywhere, right? That's not just Lego. That's sports. That's all they do is hot takes now, right? Mm-hmm. Sports commentary. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out, like, because I've been, Shy's laughing. I'm like, dude, he's like, I'm like, it was just wild. He's paying for this thing and he's like outright saying, I hate this. And I'm like, dude, you'll end up liking it. And my point is like, we all make snap judgments and most of the time we'll at least get a little bit interested. So here's a good question, Tyler. Maybe this is where you're going.
Okay.
Is there one you saw it at first? It wasn't love at first sight, but then she kind of grew on you, had a great personality.
Well, not that I can think of off the bat, because again, like I'm fortunate for better or for worse. Again, like I genuinely, I don't watch a lot of, like, I've never seen like a lot of this hype stuff that people are crazy about, you know, Lord of the Rings, you know, Indiana Jones, like say even
No,
like
it's something in your wheelhouse. Don't worry about that. Talk to me about Star Wars. Maybe you saw something Star Wars.
Well, see, Star Wars for me is like, it's split decision in the fact of like day one. It's pretty much for Star Wars. It's, you know, day one or clearance. Like that's pretty much my mind. Any Star Wars that I'm getting, no matter
Even
what,
if it's
when
bad. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's just me. So I mean, I guess when maybe like we can
You're a
go,
Star
like,
Wars I mean, mainly Star Wars is your main.
So that's where I'm kind of going. If I can find any Star Wars set 50% off, like I don't care what it is. I mean, throw me give me another Luke's Land Speeder 50% off. Just fundamentally, you know, my value's there on that purchase. Like, why not? But I mean, other than that, I mean, Speed Champions, like I won't buy some of the cars I don't like, sure, but like I can split decision see that. Like I'm not gonna buy the NASCAR, you know, Grand Prix car because I just don't care about that. But I will buy the Pagani, you know, I will buy the Ferrari.
Right.
You know, when I see the UCS Tumbler get revealed, I'm like, yeah, day one buy. Like the Tumbler's my favorite Batmobile. You know, the Tiger, you know, the creator Tiger. I've been a Tiger. Tiger's been my favorite animal for the past 22 years. So that's a day one.
You're a butthole fan as well. I mean,
well, I'll be the first one to say I did actually take that piece off my Tiger, but yes, it's on display.
Ooh,
Yeah,
really? So it's just got an empty hole.
Hot take, but yeah, no.
How does it go? But Tyler, how does it go?
Not
how does it go? How does it go now?
What?
How does it go now? You remove the. I don't get it. All right.
Yeah, Sean. Sean. I'm looking for a genuine display model on my shelf, not a meme.
All right.
It is genuine though.
I thought it was but I get what you're saying. It's kind of a bummer on that Tiger that's what it's known for because it is badass and then
it's really cool. It really is.
But it really pushed it into definite meme territory for sure. Above and beyond. Yeah. Go ahead, Brent. You were saying?
No, I was nothing. I was just gonna make a joke about the butthole in the Tiger.
Oh, well, go ahead. We're here. We're here for it.
No, it's just like, so if you took the flower off, you just got like an empty Technic hole back there, like.
I believe so. Just a 1x2 black brick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, there's still a hole there. I mean, hey, it's not preventing them. You know, it's not as pretty.
Oh man, I wonder if they'll ever do that again on any other animal.
Did they do it like on the rabbit this year?
Did they?
Do they have anything?
No, I think it's covered. I think it's covered. Oh, you have the new rabbit?
I do actually. I know we're getting.
I like the rabbit. Cool.
But they didn't show it on the box, right? The Tiger doesn't feature the.
Does the Tiger actually have that as a play feature on the box? I didn't even.
Let me go around. Is there a set for you guys that now we're definitely veering off? But Richie, we haven't heard from you in a sec. Was there a set when you first saw it? You're like, that's a no for me, dog, and then you're like, actually.
Let the other people on the panel go. I'll think about it.
Well, I'll give my recent one. I think we were all pretty rude to the foosball table, but it didn't hurt that it went for 175. I think that was my biggest problem.
In the end?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people were really surprised. People's reaction are usually like, "You bought it?"
Yeah. Well, it was whatever it was. What was that? 50 off? No, 75 off. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 250. Yeah, 30%.
Yeah. I saw it. And what happened was I was like, oh, it's ridiculous. And then I saw it in person, and then they had the promo, and I was like, this could be fun. And I don't know. I actually think it's pretty cool. I just wish it had came out the right price to start with, and maybe it wouldn't have gotten such a bad rap,
Yeah.
But that's one recently where I really dogged it, and I ended up like, all right, I'll get it.
I would have an answer if I built enough stuff over the last year, but
GFab's waiting for 40% off. All right.
40% off for the
food. The set is the new castle. Okay, so you didn't like the new castle at first. Yeah, some of them immediately I think were cool. That was one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Tyler's looking around. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm serious when I say I genuinely can't think of, because I mean, is everything I've like bought, like the Quinjet, I knew instantly. Like I'm a Quinjet fan. I'm buying it. Even
that's still underrated, by the way. People aren't talking about that as much as they should.
For $100, I mean, look, I still think they could have bumped it up to 120, gave a little bit more fluff, covered up the holes, added Hawkeye and called it a day. But I think even for $100, I think that's a perfect set.
Yeah,
and we all know it'll be 80 at Target sooner.
$80 even more so. Yeah, $80. Yeah. That's a hell of a steal.
Yeah.
I ended up getting that one Jan 1st because I needed to hit the thing and they were out of the train station. So I was like, all right.
Yep.
I don't even remember what it was for. Was that Blacktron? Jesus.
Probably, yeah. Did you get the Bionicle?
Yeah, because
Did you?
yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you. Weekly hauls. We can get into it. But yeah, I did get the Bionicle for a semi-specific reason. I didn't. Let me put it this way: I didn't make the buy because of Bionicle, but I did it within the time frame. It really had no bearing on it.
If you want to sell me your other Bionicle set, Sean, I might buy it from you.
I only have one. I mean, I'd only be getting one. So,
well, I might buy it from you if you don't want
no,
it.
if you really want it, that's fine. I want that X-wing behind you. So let's.
Oh, I mean that one right there.
Let's do a cash in. We should actually talk about maybe some trades.
I will definitely buy that Bionicle set from you, and you literally like.
I just want store credit towards that X-wing. I need that X-wing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I want it because I wouldn't mind to keep mine sealed and then build one. So
I'll buy Rivendell if I get the Queer Eye set as a GWP. Dude, my target has like, I'm not exaggerating. There, it's empty. My target still always looks like Christmas. It's horrible. I'm not exaggerating. I counted them. They have 12 Queer Eye sets, and I'm wondering did people get those cheap somewhere else and
Look
get
at that thing.
credit, return them to my target. Yeah.
When did that come out?
This
Jan
one, Jan 1, yeah.
Tyler, what
Pretty
stickers
sick.
did you do?
I did Shield. I kept it a little bit more professional. I did Shield.
Yeah, good. Yeah, me too. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I didn't build it yet.
Well, Sean, one last quick thing on the like talking about like what sets to buy or like what you kind of think of sets like on the shelves is say something like the Lion Castle and everything. I think that's a great looking set. I do. I can't deny that's not a great, fantastic set, but say for that $400 price tag, I don't love it. I don't want to get sucked into that castle era, first off, because I'm a fantasy era guy. So for that $400, pound for pound, I would much rather go back and spend. There's so many retired sets I want, so many. Where, look, if I don't truly love a new set on the shelf, I'm not putting out that money for it. I'm going back to buy an old one. So that's another thing where it's just like, look, I'm either, instantly I can be like, look, yes, I'm buying it. No, I'm not buying it. So that's where I'm at now. Just
shout out to Giovanni. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Sorry, someone earlier was like, Tyler was talking about how like he'd rather go back and buy old sets. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go check out the Barracuda Bay sets. It's going for like over 400 now. Yeah. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Your best bet. I mean, this is across the board. Tyler, you do some of you have Bricklink and all that, but for me, if it's something that just retired and you're, feeling down about it, I'd wait a little bit. And then, because there's the FOMO people that'll go out and overpay. There'll be a dip, but don't wait too long on that dip because it's going to go up more than the original price just after it retired. The second thing I'd tell people is that is really where I look to buy used if I'm going to buy used, is because you at least know it's a newish set.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So like I'm seeing built Disney castles now. Maybe they'll break it down. Whatever, or you break it down. My point is, on something like Disney Castle, where is that now? 5s and 6s and 7s? I don't even know where it is. Probably
about 5 or 6.
I don't use. I mean, you guys might use Bricklink, but you got to factor in pretty heavy shipping on that. But I guess my point is, like, you can find used sets just after they retire for right about retail, and that's what I would do. Is like somebody's like, that doesn't really know any better. They might not know it just retired, whatever the story is. Like I did see some Disney castles, and there probably still are some for that 350 to 400. And they're relatively newish, and they haven't been rotting for that long. That's probably a bad example because that was out for 5 years. Maybe it'd be a better example of Barracuda Bay. That was only out for. What was the life on that one? I'm just curious. I guess I could look at 18 months.
All of 2019 and. No, I think it was August 2019 to end of 2021, I believe. Am I right?
Oh, so 2.5 years? I felt like it was shorter. All right. But my point is, if you really are after that one, man, if you can find it for a little bit over what the retail is used, I'd probably go that route at this point.
For sure.
Yeah. Because at least, it's somewhat fresh. If you need replacement pieces, Tyler's got you, like stuff like that.
Go across the border to Indiana.
You can get replacement, like say you get one in the friggin' sales or a little bit, whatever. You can fix that up because you're going to have people that still have new sealed sales for it. You know what I mean?
That's a good point too, Sean. Yeah, I mean, on some of that stuff, yeah, there's plenty of Bricklink sellers that parted out those sets too, where it's like you have no problem getting a brand new replacement part, if you need one.
Good point. It's like the sooner the better in that kind of situation. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than a 1970s set that could have been in 17 people's basements, 5 attics, down in a sewer at one point, or all that type of stuff. You just don't know.
Yep.
Okay. April 2020 through December 31st, 21. So just over a year and a half. So
you're right, 18 months pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if December 31st is exactly right. I'm sure there were some.
Well, I think it was. That thing, I think for the people
that overnight,
that thing jumped up quick though. That was the thing. Like, it really was like out of stock like mid-December, didn't restock for Christmas, didn't come back in January. And I think by the end of like January, February, it was already up like $100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I caught it Black Friday. So a month before it was gone.
21.
Yeah. I got it for 20, 30, $40. It was not 20. It was more than 20. It was 30 or $40 off.
And that's a big number when you come down to those, $200 to $300 Lego D2Cs. I mean, that's all you can really get them off for. You can't be finding that for 50% off that often, like ever, pretty much. But even 20% off, I mean, that's about as where that's pretty much where you have to be at for it. Yeah, no, I mean that's usually the max, and that's Lego doesn't even really, they did it this year, right? But like 21, they weren't putting 20 and 30% off of decent sets on. Best you'd get it was 10% of VIP, but I mean, you have to put it back right into Lego, Exactly. Yeah. No, I would say if there are some like current white whale type things that are still, not retired, definitely just camp out on not even just Black Friday. I keep saying Black Friday, but you guys know at this point it's like a week-long sale aberration. So it starts Tuesday, Wednesday, on Thanksgiving itself through Cyber Monday, maybe a day after. Oh, Prime Day is a good one too. You can find some stuff, but just don't jump at everything, but just have your list ready and see if the thing you really wanted came out, because yeah, man, like that. What else, Brent? There was I got the Moff Gideon for 104. Yeah, 103. It 103.99, right? 99. Yeah. It was crazy.
I did like 109 or 110 on mine.
We got the Monkey Kid HQ, the boat one, for 110. I've been after that one for a minute.
Me too.
So you start adding those up, it's like you basically you lie to yourselves. They buy 3 get 1 free or something. If you're getting into those $160 boys. Mm-hmm. Randomly, and I don't think we're really veering off here, but I got a couple Razor Crests for like 80 or something. They just did it one day. It was really crazy. You took up 3 of those, really, and that's why I couldn't get one. Yeah, whatever the limit was. Well, it was a no-brainer. Well, one I was actually going to get one for my brother-in-law. He did some stuff for us, like around the house. He did a project for us, and he won't take money. So I was like, oh, let me get him that. And then I was like, oh, well, don't mind if I do. I need a freshie. My daughter destroyed mine. So, but yeah, anyway, I don't know how we got there, but we did. What else? Any other commentary on the state of? You weren't here for the beginning of it, Tyler, but how do you feel? Is Lego YouTube? Is it static? Is it on the rise? I mean, you're right there in it. You're growing. That sucks. That was a real. I mean, look, I usually catch most of the rewatches anyway on these, but like that's one where I'm gonna right when I get off of this, I'm gonna go catch that. 40 minutes I missed or whatever. Like I literally missed like the best meat and potatoes part of the show in the past, like in my opinion at least. So I think the general bullshitting is the best part of our show, but we'll see. Content. I agree with that to an extent, but I feel like I genuinely want to hear your guys' opinions on where that stuff's at. Like even if I'm not part of that conversation, which I wasn't, like I really want to go back and listen to you guys talk about where you guys think people are at. So other than that, I guess my quick thoughts on where I think it's at. I think from what I've seen, it's definitely kind of like mellowed out more in the sense of just, I mean, at least compared to how it used to be. And I think Richie could probably agree with this. I mean, there's really no drama anymore. That was the first thing he said. So high level, I didn't press him on that. High level, no drama? No. Yeah, that's what it was, I believe, right, Richie? In your speech there, you said he's like, yeah, there's not as much drama. He said a lot of other stuff, but he did mention, yeah, it's nice. There's no drama. No. Talk to us about that real quick, like high level. was the
It was
the
bad.
drama? No, but like what? Like
like, I
openly,
remember,
like
like-
on, like they'd make videos slam because live streaming wasn't really big. So where was the forum where people were
Oh
burying
man,
other
Are
people?
we
or-
talking just in general?
I'm
well, you said drama. So is this behind the scenes? Was it in front of the camera? Tell me
I was
about this.
everywhere.
Yeah, it was
It was. I mean,
Yeah.
even with. I mean, I'm not trying to take over from you, Tyler. But I just like. I remember like when Emendar dropped his like initial Brickbuster like.
Oh,
spring
that?
2017,
Mhm.
I remember I got a little bit involved in that, and there were like AFOLs coming after me, and I'm like, I'm a freshman in high school. Like I had these like AFOLs giving me death threats. Like it, like I like the AFOLs nowadays are a lot better than the AFOLs back then. I'm just
Death threats over what? What video or what was it?
like just like getting involved in this like in like the Brickbuster beef, like being like it was like the Bricklink YouTuber Brickbuster, and I remember I got a little involved in the comments, and I was like,
Brickbuster? It was kind of like Yeezy Buster. Is that kind of what it was?
Well, it was like iDubbbz more. Have you ever heard of iDubbbz? He doesn't really do stuff anymore, but he makes like
content cop, right?
Yeah, his are called content cops, where he just like he pretty much takes a creator and just completely spends 30 minutes just to completely dissect them and destroy them, kind of thing.
Got it. Okay, so there were people doing that to all the content creators.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Lego amongst Lego, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, it really was. I mean, for a while there, man. I mean, dude. I mean, it was pretty much everyone against everyone.
Is it like Life of Lego?
No, I mean even worse than that. I mean, it really got like, dude. I mean, and to an extent, look, Richie knows I was part of some of it for a little bit there, and then I naturally kind of dipped out of the community for a bit. Just I was getting my, had a girlfriend, high school, all that type of stuff, and I kind of missed. Like I kind of got in the controversy, and then I kind of dipped, willingly though, because I had a bunch of stuff. But then I feel like I missed some of that towards the end. I didn't really know exactly how it resolved. All I really see, in my opinion, is when I came back, it seemed like.
Gotcha.
Most of it got resolved, and a lot of people kind of formed new groups and everything. I feel like from when I left and came back, everyone was in like a different clique around the Lego community, I feel, compared to where they were before I left. And that's really what it was before then too. It was really just a lot of just, the certain groups of people just truly just hating on the other groups of people for many, many years there. And I feel like it really wasn't just no petty stuff either, because I don't think anyone, aside from maybe like Jang Bricks. I mean, I think Jang was probably the only public figure that was never involved in Lego controversy from like 2014 to 2019. Wow.
So Brent, we kind of brought back beef with the Brixie thing. That's cool.
Brought back beef.
That's like a good beef, though. Nice.
That was fun.
Nice,
it was
playful.
It was a filet mignon. That was good.
This was rough.
All right, so Tyler, sorry, we went sideways there, but overall, so there's no drama. That's a good thing. What else? I mean, do you fresh faces, OGs? Like, what do you think? How's everybody doing?
Well, I'd say, I mean, look, just to be full transparent too. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm seeing the lighter side of everything too, because I've been a lot more happy in the community. Of course, I'm doing pretty decent myself in the regards of just like. I feel like, of course, I think anyone can probably agree. I mean, look, you don't want to wish anyone bad, but kind of as you're seeing yourself have more success, I feel like you're a lot more wanting to see other people have success as well. So I feel like in general, this is putting me in a lot better of a mood lately, just a better vibe, where I'm truly just chilling around. A lot of people are, I'm having a lot of people talk to me, vice versa. I'm talking to a lot of people, meeting a lot of new people, right, where I feel like it's really been good for me in a lot of regards. And again, like I want to wish everyone make great success. That's the thing. I don't want anyone to not have success these days. So I feel like that's a good thing too, because I feel like a lot of people are. I mean, there are a lot of these up and coming people that are subjectively doing stuff right. Not just copying people. A lot of people bringing their own niche, to stuff. Like I'm happy to even see like Richie coming back, like just like on almost like a clean slate coming back, doing a new fresh thing that he's just taking full advantage of and being himself, like doing like. I appreciate that more. And it really is just kind of weird to see there's no drama, but it's really just good, because I just feel like almost the whole community almost is just like a good vibe lately. And I'm just really vibing with it. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, since we started like doing our thing again, whatever it was, Brent, I really need to memorize when we actually started, but everybody's been so chill. Like even the negative comments are tame compared to other, videos I watch or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, so
I feel like it's a lot more too. I mean, for what it's worth, I mean, there's always going to be people that, just aren't, vibing with other people. Again, there's some people I don't watch, doesn't mean I don't like them, but I feel like all that kind of different sort of content, people are just kind of fully understanding it now. Like, look, like, they're going to stay in their lane, do their own thing. If I don't like their content, I'm not going to start no drama over it. It's just like, look, like, there are a lot of people doing their own things, like, because again, I've had plenty of people, if I would have, like, say the stuff I was making, say 3-4 years ago, there's plenty of people that were always, voicing their opinions, and that's fine, freedom of speech, but, a lot of people just starting stuff in purpose, just being like, why are you doing this? And like, a lot of people were talking to other people, like, oh, you do one kind of like wrong thing or make one wrong move. It's just like so many people are coming at you, where I feel like nowadays it's just people are just kind of letting people just work their way through it. And it's like, if it's working for them, it does, no hate towards anyone. Like, no one's trying to shoot each other down. It really kind of is just, if it's working for you, just continue it kind of thing.
Gotcha. No, that's good. That's good insights. All right. I'm seeing tired eyes and yawning from some of you. So we're gonna
it's just because I'm
no, I know, I get it. We went long. I swear, Tyler, I tried to make
well, I'm the only one now. I just woke up like 3 hours ago, bro. This is my early morning live stream.
All right, well, let's hang. No,
this is the longest ever.
I don't know. Well, we've done some 3-hour ones. We'll have to check it.
I just went through all your vids. You've had like 301, 302. Never anything over 305. So
this is training, by the way. Tyler, I want to do a all day for 1K. I want to do that. Everybody does these 24 hours, but I got a nice little rhyme to mine, so I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, like usually the all day ones are like split between several different streams. You're trying to do an all day, just us?
All day for 1K, baby. We'll cycle through guests.
That'd be crazy.
I won't start drinking until midway through.
I think if we do an all day thing, I'm gonna do something ignorant, like try to build a big set in one setting or something dumb.
Yeah, I might need to stop talking for a while though, so I might need you to put the set down for a minute.
Oh yeah, no.
But no, I know it's just an idea. Anyway, real quick, we don't even have to break them out because we'll take your word for it. We all know what the sets are.
It's funny. The one I actually broke mine out this week.
So did Brent. So did Brent. It's all right. Go ahead. Mine's in the mail, so I can't really show you.
I had to do. I had to put in an order for the Bionicle GWP. So I got the new rabbit. The bunny. This is gonna be.
We need an update on the hole next week, please.
Oh yeah, well, it's for Lana, so we'll see. We'll see what we.
Oh, discover. If it's for the kid, then I take back everything I said.
All right, we got some new Monkey Kid. One of the new mechs.
Very cool.
It's got a couple good figs in there.
I need to get some more Monkey Kid stuff. Damn it!
Yeah, well, this one's cool because you can combine it with the other 20. This is the first $20 Monkey Kid set too, by the way. So it's kind of weird to hold a small.
I like that it's got the Michael Jackson shoes. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
on the mech.
Well, what's cool is you can combine it with the other $20 set. But
whoa.
All right. Shout out to TJ, Titanium J, for convincing me to get this.
Yeah.
So I got the J mech. Had to pull trigger. Honestly, like it just I was only trying to spend 100, and it had to be
a fun show. I like that.
Is that 60, Brent?
Yeah,
it's 65.
Even I think just looking at that, I mean that's worth 65 all day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
you're getting your
target. Mine's in the mail, and it got back ordered. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't.
Chicago train now, Sean, officially.
Did you order this, Sean?
I ordered that one from Target. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. We're making things happen.
I made a show called Sell Sean and Jock. He did such a good job. Somewhere in the middle, I blacked out and started buying all of TJ's bullshit about
nice. Yeah. This is the only other thing. Had to get it. I go back. Let's go. I go back with Bionicle.
I'll get it in a minute.
I believe everybody. I mean, you don't have to flex. All right.
I go way back with Bionicle, so it's purely for my childhood, so I had to. And then the only thing I really bought on vacation was this LaMelo Ball.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. But yeah, I got the LaMelo Ball at the Hornets game. So
please don't tell me you brought this on a cruise ship.
No, I kept it in the car.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's true. You had your car.
Right. Yeah, we kept it in the car. I don't know if I'm going to play with it. Probably not. It's more of a collectible.
Is it signed?
No, but if I was to somehow get his autograph, it'd be sick to get it on here. A little silver Sharpie.
For
get
sure.
LeVar's signature.
Nah. Only one ball belongs on this ball.
Get a big baller brand lithograph. On there.
No, dude, even LaMelo doesn't wear those shoes anymore. He was getting hurt because of those shoes.
Nobody wore those ever. All right, Tyler. Any like personal pickups? I know you're doing stuff for business, but anything?
Well, yeah, I've got a bunch of clearance that I can't bring over, but just believe me,
That's
I got
fine.
quite a little bit of Walmart clearance. Yeah, I got $450 worth of Mario and Friends for $100. So that tells you. But
Nice.
like a bunch of small sets. So we have Bionicle, of course, the world of. Did you get this, Brent?
No. How much did you have to spend for that?
What was that?
2,700 VIP. So like,
Oh, you had to
$15
use VIP. You had to use VIP.
I don't even know that I knew that existed. Wow.
Yeah, it's on there now.
Tyler's
Still, so
stream.
if you want to.
Oh yeah, I might grab it. Okay.
Yeah, going for like $50, aftermarket.
It's 2,700 VIP.
Yeah, 27. So I think
What's
it actually
that in real
comes down to,
dollars?
yeah, $20. And it's like 400 pieces. So I think it's
It's
pretty cool.
$20. Okay.
Nice.
But then
Oh,
also,
guys, you know what happened? Remember the Dragon Ride thing that was just out?
yeah.
I got the thing and I totally slept and I missed my deadline. I think they'll give me the points
really?
back. They'll give me my points back, but I'm bummed that I missed it.
Speaking
Anyway.
of Ninjago
That
train,
set's fire. That set's fire.
like you actually you have a bill, Brent?
No, but it's just fire. I want all of these. I want all of the dragon minifigs anyway. So
Does it come with them? Let's see.
does it
No,
not?
It doesn't come with any of them.
Oh, it's a part of the crystallized line.
Ooh,
Crystal
But yeah.
King.
So this is what I bought for those promos. Yeah. So
the
that was-
Ninjago guys repping coming out. Very
Well,
Oh,
I'm
cool.
not
buying
anymore.
the dragons. And then also a couple Doctor Strange bags.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, those are
It's
sick.
wild,
Yeah, I
man.
haven't seen those
No,
yet.
anywhere. Where are
And
those?
then- what was that?
Walmart or where are those?
Target.
Target.
Yeah. And then of course, I'll show these. We got the
Ooh, let's go.
Do you like them more or less now that you've had them for a while, like, or about what you thought you would like them before you got them?
like way better in person. I can
Okay.
play 100% better in person. 100%. So I think when I'll be very surprised if people that like genuinely hate the sets now, like based off pictures, if like say they see them in person, I'm not going to say you're going to love at that point, but if you can truthfully look at me and be like, these are not at least a percent or two better than what I thought they were, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
And then the big highlight, I just unboxed this earlier today. This is my first ever Star Wars set ever. I rebought a sealed copy.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's
I'm
nice.
hyped
Oh,
about
is that
it.
like an animated Anakin?
Yeah, it's from the Clone Wars. Yeah,
No, but I'm
Nice.
saying it. Yeah, the face on it. Yeah, it looks more cartoony. Yeah, it's
That's
interesting.
from our
man.
generation,
How do I
guys.
get this? What angle am I going here?
I don't know, but just keep the mullet in the frame, please.
It's got the glossy finish.
This is literally okay. I'm actually tripping now, dude. How do I get the Anakin in front of the webcam?
You're thinking
There we
too
go.
hard.
There you
man.
go. There you go.
Oh god, that's when they were calling him Shy Guy. Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
Isn't that a Mario character?
Yeah.
No, that's what
Oh.
Ahsoka called.
Oh, you mean
Sky
Sky Guy.
Oh, Sky Guy. My bad. I'm tired. All right, Richie, what do you got, man?
Last time I bought any Lego was with TJ to get this, which was on the first day of the promo. So back
close
in
enough.
January. But I got the James Bond set. I got the Santa's sleigh. I got the Creator submarine set. I got what else did I get? This set. I really like this set. Is the postcard, the New York postcard.
That one's pretty dope.
Big fan of this. For $15 to get the Statue of Liberty figure and this cool little scene.
I need to get that one.
Yeah, that one's sick.
Have you
I
lived in
live
New
there.
York?
I got to get it.
What?
Have you lived in New York?
No, I've never even been there. But I
Oh.
wanted to get the Statue of Liberty figure. I mean, when did this figure come out? Like 2011?
Is that the same one as the Series 9 one or Series 6 one?
I assume it is.
Do you have the set number on that set offhand or no? Or do you don't have the box by you?
No, I threw out the. Let me see.
Is it
I'll probably-
retired?
I got rid of the box. No,
Probably
it's
would
still
look
in
it up
stores. It's still in stores. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
and I got
new.
The slushy van. But I built
Oh,
it the
nice.
macro way, which means you flip what side they're serving the ice cream on, so people don't go into the street.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's very
yeah.
respectful. I like that.
Oh, Tyler, I gotta show you this since you're on.
And Richie has two different minifigures, just so it's.
Oh, okay.
Good
You
for
know
you.
what? It's another statue. You know, it works.
Yeah, no, it works. Yes.
I got a Hasbulla ping pong paddle.
What?
You know what? Where do you even get that from?
Dude, my friend made it for me online. He spent like $35.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's sick, man. What the heck?
The Hasbulla ping pong paddle.
Yo, that's such a random thing to
That
have.
really is.
I know, right?
What made him think of? I mean, are you a big ping pong guy?
Well, I run a Hasbulla fan page. That's a whole other story. But then I also
Really?
play a lot of ping
We got to
pong
talk about that.
On TikTok or Instagram?
on TikTok.
So you're telling me I might have seen some of your Hasbulla edits in the past couple months?
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have to
I'm
get
almost
that.
at 400K.
200K?
No, 400K.
Holy dang.
Damn.
Dang.
So there's
Nice
that.
flex on the back end with the Hasbulla ping pong.
Well, it was
Nice.
out on the table, and I know Tyler knows about the guy because I was what in Mike and Ike's stream, and I was like, I want a Hasbulla Lego custom figure. So
Hasbulla's chilling, yeah, man. Dude, watching
Yeah,
him
he was
drive that
good.
pickup truck, bro, around Russia, that's some of the funniest stuff
dude,
ever.
I love that guy.
He's literally because, dude, I mean, you know how he drives the car, right? He just sits on the dude's lap, and the guy behind him, you know, is actually steering the. Hasbulla's the one steering, so it's
Yeah.
different people. It's literally, and
That's
they're
funny.
going like 90 miles an hour down the road, and he's just, swerving in and out of cars.
That's awesome.
Too good.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. No more Lego until Rivendell. I think we'll see
Mm.
though.
Ooh, you're still on the fence there. Yeah.
But I'm gonna start selling Lego though. I think I'm gonna try to. I'm like you, Brent. I think I'm gonna make a big dump at
Brick World.
in terms of the yard sale. I'm gonna be getting rid of a lot because I have like a sealed Darth Revan. I have a Thrawn that I have no need to have. Like,
Hey,
Oh yeah, you can make a come up
it's
off
like
that.
I could
talk
like
to your friends first.
I could sell it. Well, depend. Well, let's try to. I'm not evading taxes. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is not. So that's all I'll say. But so
I'm saying I have dollar bills, y'all, and we'll figure it out. Like,
that's cool with me. I like
Everybody needs to know.
cash. I think everyone at conventions likes cash.
cash is
Oh, yeah.
good. All right, there you go.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So for me, I had the order, and I'll tell you about the .com order. But randomly, I was doing my Target run as I'm one to do, and picking up dog food, that kind of stuff. And of course, you gotta dip in the aisle. And they had, and I really think these were returns. I really do, because I mentioned earlier there were 12 Queer Eye sets. There's no way the store even stocked 12 to begin with. So I think people bought them for 50% off or something and returned them to Target and just got $100 of store credit or something, because they'll do that without a receipt, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyways, I didn't buy that. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay. And I go around the corner or whatever, and is there two or three of this year's winter set with the trolley.
Mm.
And it was $49. So I was like,
Really?
zoop. Yeah.
All three?
No, I just want one for me. I'm not, yeah.
You saved the last two for a couple of kids?
No, it's just I was like, I got plans for other stuff. I'm like, I buy one of each since I've started. I think the oldest one, I don't have super old ones. What is it? I've got four now.
Gingerbread,
And then Santa, and then elves, and then this one. That's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and my daughter loves. It's a thing now. We do it every year. So I got that, and then I finally. You said you don't want to get into the castle stuff. I took my first real dive. So, bunch of the Falcons and Forestmen and some of the Lion Knight stuff on Bricks and Pieces or whatever they call it nowadays was in stock. Torsos, legs, whatever, weapons, heads.
You have to show me how to or I don't even know how
I had
to
a gift
operate
card.
Bricks
I had
and
a gift
Pieces.
card from Christmas, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And then I still didn't have the 3-in-1, and I just feel like I'm gonna miss that if it goes. So I grabbed the 3-in-1, got me the Bionicle, and then the PAB order was I forget, 70 or something. But
Nice.
that didn't go towards goals, So I was just like,
no.
all right, well, and I'm gonna get I'm probably moving, so that's why I haven't gotten like the big castle. I'm not buying anything else except figs maybe until I get the big castle. But I don't want to move that. So
You moving somewhere in Cali still, or are you moving over here to Chicago again? Or are you moving to Chicago with your uncle?
probably back east.
Really?
Yeah, Eastern time zone. Yeah.
So you guys would, I guess at that point, you guys would not be starting at the same time?
We would do like 9 or 10, maybe 9.
Ooh, that's a big switch.
Yeah.
We're gonna start. Well, I was gonna if it goes down
earlier, Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's not. I'll talk to you about it, Tyler. But yeah, we may be going on early. We'll have to talk about scheduling. But yeah, I don't want to mess up your thing either.
Oh, there's Shy. Is Shy the bad influence that got you into Castle, just as TJ is the influence that got you?
No, I mean I naturally came around to it, but certainly watching Shy's stuff doesn't help. And he's been he's in the past has texted me like it's back up, like the torsos. It's a mad run for those torsos and that kind of stuff.
Did you get any of the ones off of actually at the Lego stores build a minifig a couple months ago?
No, those are all a fortune now.
Wait,
the red ones are 15 each or something now.
People who got those torsos, those parts average out to 67 cents a piece. When you grab 15 in a 10
I know. Yeah,
dude, I mean that's killer.
Telling Shy I need a 3-pack of the. I'll figure it out, but I just want like a couple of those. I don't want like a ton. I think so of the regular Falcons. I think I got like 20 of them. I think it's good. Like I don't need to go crazy. I don't want nothing, but I also don't need the Shy collection with 10.
Like you want enough just to like what if you're gonna make a little display, just enough to fill it out, kind of thing.
I don't know yet. I just feel like 20 is good. I don't know if I'm just gonna put them around the castle once I build it or whatever.
You plan on making a mock though, ever like an actual big, big mock, 6-foot table.
Yeah. No, I want to do a theme park and then a medieval setup. That's
Whoa, I like that.
Yeah.
Coming to Brick World or just staying in the house?
Yeah, no, I'm not I don't.
Nah, he's not bringing any.
Build the sets the way God and Lego intended. I have no desire to be creative there. I'll be creative in what I pair together. Like I think I could build an ultimate theme park that's not Disney or Universal, but maybe has lands of each kind of thing. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, you should make a medieval Star Wars village. Like kind of like make a bunch of like Star Wars sets fit into like medieval times and then make a medieval Star Wars village.
See, but I could just throw an Ewok village. That's close enough.
Okay, but you can have 1% creative juices.
No, yeah, who knows? It's a lot of it's aspirational. Some of this stuff I want to have to, when I do have the time and whatever to do it, and I don't want to miss out. What else?
Well, you said you got the Creator 3-in-1 castle, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need more of those too. I think so. What's gonna happen with that? I think is I want to get 3 of those for sure because I've just seen way too much cool stuff with that. But I feel like when that one's really, really on the way out, I think it's been 80 a handful of times, Tyler, maybe.
Yep.
But usually 90s is like the normal sale on it. I'm hoping to catch something slipping, where I can get them a little bit lower before they're gone. Mm-hmm. But I just want, I just wanted to grab the one and
honestly, Sean, I mean, you should have grabbed with the Bionicle promo. You should have stacked and grabbed. You should have done like 4 or 5 transactions because you could have just sold the Bionicle on the back end for 50 shipped and made back 40, 45 and bring that castle down.
I didn't know Bionicle was 50, so or else I would have.
It's still, I mean, it's like 40. It's basically 50 shipped pretty much. Yeah.
No, I know. Like with the move, I'm trying not to get too much stuff. So
Sean, I'll buy your Bionicle GWP for $45.
Damn.
Brent, I may have to take you up on that if Sean doesn't want to.
Whichever one of you brings it to Brick World, I'll buy it because I want to.
That long of a transaction.
We need to do road deals before this garage sale.
Are people down? I'm being completely serious. People in the chat or on this panel, like, I'm gonna go home this weekend probably and start taking a look at my collection at home and start seeing what I want to get out. So there might be a whole like little come to Brick World, come find me, bring your cash.
Oh yeah,
work it out. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to the yard sale for sure.
Yeah.
Yards. I hope I have multiple yard sales or like maybe like in one of the giant rooms. I pray because last year was a mess.
No, it really was a mess.
In a good way, but
What is that?
So yeah, speaking of Bionicle, this is the only Bionicle I've ever bought and the only one I ever will buy. This guy's sick, man.
It looks like a Star Wars creature.
So funny how this started, man. So, Bionicle had, McDonald's Happy Meal toys, back in like
those were
08
sick.
or whatever.
Mhm.
So, dude, I've had this sitting in my bedroom, just like in my like toy bin when I was young. This Bionicle guy, the same dude. This is Lego brand actually. I mean, or that the Lego licensed through McDonald's Happy Meal stuff. So I've had this forever, and then finally last year I went to go buy the real one. And that's the only one I'll ever buy, just because it's sentimental, childhood stuff. But other than that, Bionicle is a no for me.
I need the whole like first wave of like the original Bionicle. I'm going to be on the lookout next year.
Well, only reason I like
this year.
Bionicle, I found a 65-pound lot of Brent. You might have saw it on my Instagram story like early. I think it was early 2022.
Okay.
I found 65 pounds of Bionicle for $65. And I found like $1,500 worth of stuff. Like, I found a bunch of $70 masks, a bunch of $50.
Have you sold them all already?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it was crazy, man. I turned $60 into like $1,600 pretty much.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Wow. But yeah, I think that's it on the pickups. There's some fire coming out and there's backlog stuff and all that. But yeah,
Shout out to the longest stream we've ever done.
Record breaking.
Tyler.
There it is.
We're part of history, Tyler.
Yeah.
That is true.
A-Cup
Until it's broken.
A-Cup history.
All right. Well, I think that's the show, boys. I think we've covered it all. It was a fun chat.
It's crazy seeing the fact that I'm only like 3 hours awake compared to you guys that have been up for like probably 18 hours. It's just like it's crazy to see the difference in the panel here. Like you guys are understandably yawning and
I got class at 9.
Ready to go to bed, but
you got to go to bed, dude. All right, that's it. I'm calling it. Hear things like class.
My glasses go.
Get your glasses. Tyler's got his already. He's good.
Well, yeah, hold on. I'll hold up this guy.
Well, it was a show. It was a good show. Had a great time. Shout out to Nicole, who had to leave early, but she gave a really fun recap on Brick World or Atlanta BrickCon. Oh man, I'm missing mine. I feel left out. Shout out to our new friend Richie, aka Our Toy World. Go sub to him. Go watch his stuff. Really great content. Of course, our now longtime friend Tyler. Thanks for jumping in on late notice, dude. Adding a lot of value to the stream. And of course to Brent from Brent's Bricks. Double Shades. Having a good time. I am, of course, Sean the Right Way. And this thing right here, this little show we do, has been a couple of brickheads. Yeah. We'll see you here next week. Peace.